Oh, hello. How you doing, guys? Welcome to the YouTube stream. Numero dos, though technically for this, the first one, because it was like February when I did the first one for this, so, you know, it's been a little while. How you doing, Darkest? Why aren't you in bed yet? It's well past your bedtime. It's time for you to put on your nice little evening cap with your matching striped pajamas and then, you know, go to bed and Mr. Sandman sprinkle some sand in your eye or whatever the thing is. How you doing, man? How you doing? What am I doing? Hey, Thomas Love, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for this. Hey, Beard, funny seeing you YouTube. I know, right? How you doing, Frederick? How you doing, Crunchy? No, it's not that. It is your bedtime. It's time for you to go to sleep. It's very late. It's very late in New Zealand, Darkest, so it's time for you to go to sleep. Okay? You've had a big day. 24 minutes left until your bedtime. Did you brush your teeth yet? You gotta make sure your teeth are brushed. None of this going to bed with dirty teeth, mate. None of that. None of that. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Turnip, how you doing, man? How you been? I'm just saving up monies at the moment. So I'm just doing these old guys because surely they're gonna nerf them. They gotta nerf it further, right? Hello, Mr. Shane Avery. How you doing? It's bedtime for you too, Shane. It's the same time where you are the Darkest at, right? Or do you go to bed at like 3 a.m? Hello. Hello, NZ. Hey, you don't want to brush your teeth, Darkest? You have to, though. You have to. That beard looks really good on you, NZ. Looks great on you, champ. Looks awesome. I had a full thing that I recorded that was going to be my Be Right Back and Beginning Soon part, where I recorded it in Lawville, and then some of the things that I had for YouTube weren't working. How's 3.19.1? It's better. There's still issues. There's still issues because they pushed it out before updating the patch. Also, wait, be right back. But yeah, so it's better, although there's still a lot of issues for a lot of people. Crunchy. Apparently there's a lot of people that still can't get in. There's still ASOP issues. That's your vulture money. The 99 US cents, that's your vulture money. Well, I appreciate you sacrificing that vulture. You just keep borrowing, ethereally. You'll be fine. I'm sure he doesn't mind. I'm sure he doesn't mind at all. Alrighty, so we're basically just milking this loop until they patch it. Because if there's one thing we know about CIG is if we find a way in-game to make money that isn't a bug, they'll nerf it. They will nerf it. What is this madness? How you doing, stranger of games, my guy? How you been? How's life? Hey, back. Welcome back, Shane. You missed out on so much, my guy. You missed out on so much. There's the things that have happened. I mean, the upside is this stream will be an existing video, so that's not an issue. I'd also like to point out, and I don't know if anyone's kind of had any issues with this, I've set the stream, and I'll keep doing this. I've set the stream to not monetized, so there shouldn't be ads. Fenrir was taken. I had to get a different account so I don't chat around with my personal account. That's fair. That's completely understandable. I'm surprised that YouTube doesn't have a thing where you can like change it to a screen name, right? To a screen name so you don't have, you know, because a lot of people kind of create a Google account and it's whatever your name is. But I mean, I'm also the kind of person that has several Googles. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well. How's Tassie? As in Tasmania? I don't live in Tasmania. I've never been to Tasmania. One day, my partner went there and she went to Hobart, I want to say, and she said it was beautiful. So I got to go there. Maybe one day. Yeah, maybe one day. I've been to WA either. I think those are the two places in Australia I haven't been as overall kind of states. My guy. Listen to me, my guy. Listen to me. How's work life? How is Mr. Vignesh? How's he doing? Is he still giving you grief? Did he win the Pokemon championships? Is he the Pokemon master now? Is he the ultimate Pokemon master? Is he the very best, like no one ever was? He just wanted to catch them. That was his real test. And train them. Hit and miss. Sometimes you'll find a Paradise server that not many people are in. We were in one yesterday that had like 20 people. It was really good. And then when we jumped in today, it was pretty balked. So there's still that weird thing where like some servers are untouched, right? And you're like, oh, this is cool. And then they'll kind of eventually just get full up. So it's odd. For the most part, good. For the most part, but not always. The Australian servers seem to have their ASOPs balk out on them before any others that I've encountered. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it's just something that Australian players are doing that's causing that. I don't know. But the one I'm in at the moment seems good, although it is full, so I don't know. He's doing well. Hey, Japan for a comp. Oh, he is? That's awesome. Tell him I said good stuff. Hells yeah, man. That's awesome. Oh. My phone's just buzzing because I got to use this app for like my new work, and they're all talking about nonsense. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And I haven't turned the notifications for silly things off yet, but I don't think you can, like, it's not as good as Discord. It's weird. Beard using his favorite ship, the Hull A. Oh, I love the Hull A, but yes. I've also, I don't know if anyone else has encountered this, but I've been saying Hull C when trying to say the names of other ships. So I've referred to my Hull A as the Hull C continually. If I try to talk about a C2, I say Hull C. I've got the Hull C on the brain. I just want my Hull C. I'm very excited for it. I don't even care about the cargo side of it. I just want to live on it. The thing's ginormous. I sent a picture into the Discord for the general chat, and like the door at the top, I was like, to give in context, that's a double, like the door that I put in that picture, actually wrong ship. I was going to say if this is the starter I could show you, but it's not. Couldn't leave Orison for weeks because I didn't have access to ASOP, so I gave up. A lot of people had that. And I'm guessing that Orison was like your home base too, so you couldn't really get anywhere else. And I'm guessing that trying a different region server didn't work for you, Fenrir. That's a bit rough. Sorry to hear that. Alrighty, so this now, I still haven't gotten any that have 5, which is fine. The 5th one's always ETAM, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But I am going to have to start loading up into the other side, unless I jump to somewhere that's kind of secluded and just do a little bit of a switch over. Which actually, you know what? I might do that. Just because I don't want to be kind of caught here with my pants down, putting stuff on the other side of the ship. Actually, it's not the end of the world. I know what I'm talking about. That's fine. It's fine. I'll just send it over under the ship and then put it in. It's fine. She'll be right. She'll be right, guys. Don't worry. AW7 is down as well. Oh, really? But who wouldn't want to leave Orison? It's magic. It's magic. Ethereally loves Orison. Says it reminds him of Korea. Cherry blossoms everywhere, brings him great joy. I mean, what's wrong with that, right? That's great. Whoa. Oh, cracked my back. So how's everybody doing this lovely evening? You got 16 minutes until bedtime, Darkest. All right. Did you brush your teeth yet? You brush your teeth yet, mate? You're like switching servers over and getting hop. Oh, well, I mean, if you're not willing to try that, then I don't think you can really kind of complain that you couldn't get out because you didn't try just a little bit harder. I don't know, man. You know that it's a fix, and if you choose to not do it, then I'm not going to feel sympathy for you. You didn't even try. You didn't even try, Fenrir. That's a bit lazy is what, okay? You'll not garner any sympathy for me on that one, champ. No sirree, Bob. Does anyone else here in the chat have the Hull C? You have not... Why haven't you brushed Darkest? Darkest, mate. Can you just sort yourself out? You're an adult. Can you please behave like one? Just go brush your teeth. Make sure you floss, okay? Make sure you floss. And then if you got mouthwash, give that a bit of a rinse and a gargle. Where did this? What? Am I going mad? Am I not near it? Oh, it's actually, okay. Never mind. Folds arms defiantly? Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? You know what, Darkest? I don't have a response to that, but I'll think of something. I'll think of something, boss. Okay? I'll think of something, and it'll be quite severe. The punishment will be quite severe, and you'll regret this moment. You'll rue it. You'll rue the day that you didn't brush your teeth. Darkest, all right? Sort yourself out. The audacity of this guy. Can you guys believe this? Can you guys believe how audacious Darkest Shadow is? Of course everyone can. Everyone knows how audacious you are. They're used to you and your audacity. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. How's the games reviews coming along, Darkest? I saw that you did the retweet of the one that Ms. Pancake did just very recently. I've not had a chance to read though. I also see that you got Spaceborne. That's cool. I'm sure you will. I will. Oh, I wish the animated emotes worked here. That's the one thing I am going to miss. I am going to miss the animated emotes. Do I want to do... You know what? I'll just start doing this. This is easy enough. This is not the end of the world. That's fine. Should be right. Just do that. Should be right. Don't worry. Chill. Fine. Just fine. It's fine. Darkest beard is your father figure now? What? No way. I've got a bigger beard than Darkest. I'm the father figure. Oh wait, I misread that. You know what, Crunchy? I just reread what you wrote, and for some reason my brain flipped everything. I'm the silly one. I apologize. Be a valid argument, but I pay for this game easy and expect to sort of weirdest server issues out. They need to do crisp server max. I mean, I agree. I would love to see the servers at 50. I don't think that's going to solve all of our issues, to be completely honest. I think it's just like PES is huge, right? It's a big undertaking. It's very demanding on the system. It kind of adds up. We've seen that, right? We've seen that with no events. We've seen with no events, it's still degrading, and everyone's like, if you just don't have events, it'll work. It's like, no, it's PES, man. It's PES that's doing it. But I would personally like to see 50-player servers back. I agree with that. But you know, I'm not in charge, so I don't get to make those decisions. Not a problem, Crunchy. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Catch you next time. Oh, okay. I'm doing that thing where my body twists inside out. Very cool. Thanks, Star Citizen. This seems legit. Des replied and tweeted us out for her one. Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome, man. Do you guys run through a particular website to kind of get your codes? I've now like signed up to 2. Like, I didn't know they were a thing. I've just recently done that. So like I requested the Starfield one and reached out to the Australian community manager. So hopefully they find my charm and pizzazz engaging enough to send me a code so I can kind of play it and do a big video on it. And also, if there's any events in here in Melbourne, that would be very cool to go to. And there was another game that I just recently requested a code for. I don't for the life of me remember what it is now. My brain is drawing a blank. I think it's because I haven't had any energy drinks in 2 days. So I'm kind of running on fumes here, if you catch my drift. So like I installed the Truffle plugin, right? Without even knowing like what it really does, because I was like, oh, Mr. Ludwig said it was the jam and replicates some stuff from Twitch. I don't actually know what it does. It probably doesn't even do anything that I want. But then I was like reading the reviews for it on Google, and a lot of the reviews are like, it's asking for permissions. So yeah, if you hate that kind of stuff, don't install the Truffle thing. I'm gonna do some more research and find out what it actually does, because I may not even care about what it does. I just kind of assumed that there would be a lot more that I want. So how do you guys find the chat interface for the YouTube? Is it very bare bones compared to Twitch or 7TV or BTV is in YouTube? I don't know. There's 2 I know we use codes. Yeah, no, you're all good, Darkest. Yeah, like I only just recently discovered it was a thing. I'm silly. I can't believe that as a content creator, I never looked into it. But I guess because I was primarily doing Star Citizen, I never really was thinking about other games. But very cool. Very cool. So yeah, Keymailer and Lurkit, I want to say. Kind of what I went through. You love the interface for the YouTubes? I've not really sat in a live stream. I've only ever watched the like Ludwig streams afterwards in the little clip form. So I'll have to go check them out and kind of suss out what the go is. Because I don't know as much about it as I'd like to. I probably should do a little bit more research considering I'm going to be, you know, doing my streams here instead. You know, a little bit of research. Colorize the chat for each person, make it easy to read and hides the avatars. Okay, okay. All right then. Chat is good. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And how's the lack of ads? How's the lack of ads I swear it's like every 15 minutes on Twitch. Every 15 minutes, you're just like, oh, cool. I know, Darkest. You've got the fancy thing. You got turbo, so you never look at ads. I know, but I'm just saying, the other people that don't, you brush your teeth yet, Darkest. Don't sass me with your stinky mouth, all right? I don't want to hear it. Stinky, unbrushed teeth, man. The absolute audacity. Wish YouTube made a streaming platform separate where we are now, kind of like how they did with the YouTube Music app. Separate. What particular reason for separate, Fenrir? Not sure about Lurker, but keymailing terminals. Terminals? Okay, I'll look into that one too. Do terminals have one for creators as opposed to reviewers? There it is. There you are, Starfarer. I see you. I'll have to suss it out. Like, the wild thing was I bought that game, It's Only Money, because I wanted the game, right? And I played that. I did like my little video on that. And then my brain just stopped. And then I got into the Keymail and Lurk, and I saw that game was there, and I was like, oh, dang. Oh, dang. I'm the silly boy. Oh, well, what can you do? You learn about these things afterwards. I'm trying to, like I told you, Darkest, that I completed the storyline of Diablo, and now it's just like the grind, and I'm trying so hard. Every time I've gone to open it 3 times. I've had the Activision Blizzard launcher open, and I'm just like looking, I'm like, nah. Now that the story, like, that was the only thing keeping me going. The thought of the grind, I do not find appealing. Like, maybe if I was playing it with other people, but even then, even if I was playing with other people for the item grind, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be like grinding for or what items I would need for my build, it kind of takes away from, I guess, that like impetus that you would have. No, you're all good, Darkest. Don't apologize. You're all good, my dude. You're also very tired. It's your bedtime and you haven't brushed your teeth, so you're probably cranky. See what I did there? Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth, you cheeky little man. Get out of here. You know my favorite thing about, like, I'm streaming at the moment, I've got like a page up top. My favorite thing so far is that it has a little green dot and it says excellent connection. I love it. Like, it would still be YouTube and all, but it's more streamer focused because right now YouTube isn't the best. Yeah. I believe there's something similar, Fenrir, but they did. Yeah, I mean, oh, almost got trapped in my own ship. Yeah, that's, well, I mean, you've got the horse, Darkest, so you're pretty much very close to it. I feel like the lead up to getting the horse was the longest part, and then finishing the story wasn't very long after. Hey, how you doing, Calpin? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us here on the YouTubes, the tubes of you. How you doing? How's your Wednesday? I'm just making a little bit of cashola with this old risky salvage that they really should fix. They really got to fix it because it's a little bit too easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know? So far, only 4 crates, which I'm okay with. It keeps I get the full 64 SCU if I don't get any with 5. Ooh, a little bit of stutter there. I'm not liking the stutter. I'm very concerned that it's going to stutter me out and crash it or 30k me, and I'm not going to get my ship that is laden with over 1 million credits in cargo at the moment. I would rather not lose that. Thank you very much, Star Citizen, if you'd be so kind. If you'd be so kind. Just a little tiny... Is anyone else excited for the push-pull stuff? I know we're still away from it, but I'm actually really keen for the push-pull and the batteries in the... I know they'll probably have them separately, but the batteries in the EVA suits and the tractor beams, because actually having to come prepared for stuff, that would be very cool. Weird being here. Quality is not as good as Twitch, I gotta say. In what regard, what part of the quality? Just like the chat or like the video quality? What's kind of different for you, Carsten? Or Calvin, whichever you prefer. Because I know that the chat side of it, definitely not as, I don't know, like fresh, I guess is probably a weird way of saying it. I'm in. I'm in what? How profitable is this method after the nerf? Very. 110,000 credits profit per ship. Because at the moment, so yeah, I don't know if you've seen the video, Blue Quando, the video that I just put out. So the one with like the big pink nerf written on it. I give a little breakdown in that, but long story short, the 30K risky missions, every single one I've done has had cargo. It's that needs to be rebalanced because it's not kind of randomized now. Video quality is not as good crisp at Twitch. Really? It should, yeah, it should be the same. My bitrate set to 6,000. So what's it looking like for you, Darkest? Although now that I think about it, YouTube has some advantage because you can upload your own videos and build. Yeah, I've enjoyed the YouTube side of my content creation more than the streaming, if that makes sense. So it feels a little bit, I don't know, it makes more sense to kind of stream on YouTube because I'm not going to stream full time. It's still going to be 2 days a week. Like my major focus is still going to be the videos, but it just seemed to be that I've got a larger audience here because I've been putting a lot more work into the YouTube than Twitch. And Twitch just seems very, it's fickle, you know? Yeah, you're all good, Blue. Hey, how you doing, Bags? I am having a win. At the moment, I'm just being very cheeky and lazy and kind of just farming the risky salvage because they basically didn't put any sort of RNG on it. It's just locked in as what it's at. So every single one of them in the 30Ks has 4 crates of cargo. You spend 30K on it, you get 145 out. So it's easy money. And I'm just saving up for a couple of ships because we all did lose our ships. It looks okay. Yeah, I do have it set to 6,000 though. So whether or not that's kind of causing what you're encountering, I'll keep that in mind for the next one. But in theory, because you can also change the quality. Yeah. Standard Star Citizen starters, yeah. Well, do you have the quality changed at all, Calpin? You might have it turned down on the device you're using it on, perhaps. Because I am streaming it at 1080 48. So you might have a default setting that kind of scales it down to 720 perhaps. I'm not too sure. But as far as I know, the quality should still be good, question mark. But yes, thank you for reminding me that I shall change it to 10,000 for next week. So yeah, next week, Monday, assuming that I don't have kind of job stuff get in the way, Monday will be Twitch again. Looks like Cage is not as good as Twitch. Probably isn't something on your end, more likely YouTube. It might be. You had to scale up? Okay. Which is good enough, but you lag me out when I get... Okay. Yeah. It might also be just like the interface, right? The interface is very YouTube, so maybe it just feels weird. 1080p 60. Well, I'm outputting at 1080p 48. So whether or not that's kind of causing anything, I don't know. But for next week on YouTube, I'll switch it over to 10,000 bit and see if that changes anything. But I mean, 6,000 should still be... 6,000 is what I was outputting to Twitch at. So it shouldn't be any different. But yeah, it might just be the interface, right? You might just be used to the Twitch interface with kind of the way their chat's set up. And because it looks different, your brain is telling you it doesn't look as good. It might be that. It's all just teething though. We'll kind of get you, like with anything for change. You know, if you keep hanging out and chatting with us, I guess your brain just kind of get used to the differences. So long as the content is still good, right? So long as you find my charming, endearing personality interesting, then I think we'll be okay. Or if you learn how to make easy money in Star Citizen, which is probably more why a lot of you guys are here. Just not as good? Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I mean, it's no lie that YouTube's live streaming setup isn't as refined as Twitch. Nah, that's not it. So, yeah. Hopefully they get it better. But I mean, also, it has been a while since they started it, you know? They pulled a bunch of content creators from Twitch and they haven't seemed to do much with it. So whether or not it happens, I don't know. Hopefully. But it'll require some changes. Hopefully, though, because I mean, Kick's doing their thing, right? Kick's getting hyper aggressive with their side of things. Maybe that will also light a fire under YouTube to try harder. Maybe. Remember Mixer used to be 10K bitrate? I was like, where's the ship? I just realized I'm parking this side. At first, I was very confused. Then I realized what was going on. My brain stopped. My brain froze for a moment there, guys. Video nerd, so I usually notice this stuff pretty quickly. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe it's just the way that YouTube delivers it kind of looks different, you know? Maybe they've got a different way of encoding the video or something. I don't personally know, but hopefully it's not unbearable. Hopefully it's not so bad that it makes you go, ew, icky, and leave, because that would be sad. See, I don't have a skin on that Hull A, but that reminds me of the Empyrean one. And now I'm kind of tempted to buy the skin again, even though I don't own the Hull A, it's just a loaner. I wonder what crazy paints they will offer with the Hull C, and if they'll cost a lot more. Do the paints for incredibly large ships cost more? Is it all pretty much just like... Actually, I think they do, right? Like 20 bucks, some nonsense. I'm definitely going to buy a crazy skin for it, though. I got to, right? I got to. What if they made a crazy cool one that just had like blood splashes all over it, like the Reavers from Firefly? That'd be cool. Might something to do with streams being 60 frames? Yeah. So is YouTube defaulting it to 60? Is that what's happening, Darkest? Because I mean, the main reason I have it at 48 is the camera. The camera's 48 frames. So I didn't want it to kind of desync from that, I suppose. But also, Star Citizen very rarely actually gets you 60 frames. So I was kind of like, I might err on the side of caution and just have it at 48, right? I would probably run it at 60 if I could ever get my hands on an Elgato Facecam Pro, but I cannot. They just aren't in Australia. They aren't even listed anywhere to buy. It's ridiculous. So I'm kind of sad about that. Ethereally suggested I buy one and have it delivered to him in the States, and he posts it to me. I was like, all right, well, once I've been at my job a little while and I've put a little bit of a dent in my credit card, then I might do that. Assuming by that point that it's still not available in Australia. 9K's max bitrate for, okay. I mean, 6K should still be good though, right? It should still be good quality. Oof, bit of a stutter there. Every time it stutters, I get a little bit concerned. I don't want my ship to disappear. It's listing at 60 FPS. Oh, okay. I guess so, yeah. Interesting. Maybe that's why it seems weird then. Like it's trying to run it at 60. Does it seem like a little bit, I don't know, choppy? Don't have a 3060. I have a 3060 Ti, yes. I do have a 3060 Ti. Although the poor thing struggles with Star Citizen. It does the struggle, poor thing. And I've also got 4 monitors. And the middle one's running at 1440, although I'm only outputting at 1080. But it's, yeah, it's poor thing. I would like to get a 4070 at some point. But I might hold out if they bring out the 16 gig version. Oh, I gotta delete this one first. Let's get rid of this guy. Doop. And grab another one. Caterpillar? Beautiful. Let's go. Fantastic. Let's roll. Oh, it is a good GPU. Absolutely. It's amazing for just about everything else, but Star Citizen's very demanding. Star Citizen's very demanding. So much so that I don't have the GPU encoding for my stream. I've got the CPU. Because I've got a 5900? Is that Ryzen 9 5900? So I've got a lot of kind of bandwidth on the CPU that's just not being used. What? It used to be, but the Gen 12 renderer has kind of skewed it more towards the GPU now. So I could run it in legacy mode, but it looks nicer in Gen 12. So I just keep it at that. That's okay though. It's not unplayable and it doesn't ruin everything. I just had to kind of play around with things and use the CPU because there's a lot more grunt on the CPU that wasn't being utilized. Like at the moment, well, I'm also like not near anything. So the GPU's at 50 and the CPU's at 40% usage. So yeah. Yeah, I've had a couple of people that when I was streaming that were saying that ever since 18, like their game's been unplayable. And I told them about going into legacy mode where they can switch back to CPU and they're like, oh, it's better now. Like, yeah, that way it leans more on the CPU. If you've got a good CPU, it'll lean on that instead of the GPU. Very noticeable in your beard. I can't make it the detail most of the time. Sometimes when you're talking movie, it becomes more detailed. Might also be the focus of the camera. Because at the moment, I'm slightly out of focus because I don't have autofocus turned on. So when I move in and out, that's probably what it is. Because when I have the autofocus on, it pops in and out. That's probably what's happening there. Possibly. Because I've got it set to like 1.4, so not a great deal of kind of room in that aperture. But I've got it set to fixed. Used to play Star Citizen 1650 and Ryzen 5. Yeah. It definitely requires a little bit more now, but I mean, hopefully that just means that they're doing a lot more with it, right? This way. Jeez Louise. That almost ended slightly disastrous. It's okay, we recovered. We got there in the end. NZ Rando and I were doing this last night and we were like, we'll do it for an hour. We won't do it for too long. And we just filled up the ship. And it was 2 million worth, or a bit over 2 million. It was 1.9 for the illegal cargo. And then I want to say 600 for the Quantanium. Ridiculous. A lot of money. A lot of money. It's my favorite part of Star Citizen that hasn't been fixed yet. The mind-boggling EVA twist that makes you feel like that your head is in your stomach and then your arms are kind of coming at your back. Good times. It's not eldritch horror-ish at all. At all. So far, so good. I keep dreading that I'm going to come here. It's going to be 5 crates. I don't. No. You know why, NZ? Because you're a bit lippy. You've been giving me a lot of attitude today. And I don't need that kind of negative energy in my premiere YouTube stream, alright? Troublemaker. I generally don't play with people when I'm streaming because I don't want to spend my time talking to someone in my Discord as opposed to chat that have taken time out of their day to come out and hang. But I'm glad I got the upgrade played Last of Us. Oh, true. You're not on Struggle Street? I am indeed, Adam. I am. I'm just farming money basically because surely they're going to patch this part because the risky 30Ks don't have any kind of chance. It always spawns crates. The only RNG involved is whether or not it's going to be 5 crates or 4. So yeah. I don't know if you've seen my video on it, but I put out a video about the changes. If you guys haven't already, I don't even need to click a link to YouTube, but it's my most recent upload. I lose money on these. I did about 20, got about 50K in time lost. Have you watched my recent video, Adam? Because these ones are basically, I've not had any that don't work. Because the others have variable, whereas this one seems to be constant. So, yeah. I've yet to find a ship in this category. You just get processed food. There's no point, Darkest. We're here. Go to bed. Brush your teeth. We're on YouTube. All right. Yeah, so watch my recent upload. You're watching me? No, if you watch the recent upload, I go through and I test them all. But the 10K ones, do I have to go somewhere to pop up? So a lot of people asked me this in the comments of the video, and I think what people were doing is the moment they got the risky ones, they started doing the risky ones thinking the risky ones would level up the invisible rank you have for salvage. They don't. You need to do the legal ones. You need to complete legal missions until you have access to the 50K legal missions and the 30K risky missions. If you don't, you need to go back and do legal missions. You can just do like the 1 or 5K ones. You don't need to like do the higher level ones to get the higher level ones. You just need to punch out a bunch of them. So yeah. Because yeah, there were a lot of people going, it's not working. And I was like, hey, did you do this? And they said no. And you're like, okay, do it this way, because I think that's kind of how they've got it set up for it at the moment. Because there's no official like reputation guide when you open up your like Delphian things, people don't really know where they're at because it doesn't tell them a number. And so the only way to really tell that you've unlocked it is to see that the missions are populating. And from what I've asked people in the comments and what I've seen myself is if you do the legal ones and scrape a bunch of those, so do the 1K or the 5K ones, once you start getting those 50K and the 30K riskies, then you know you've unlocked the max level and you can stop scraping if you just want to kind of gamble. Well, the 30K ones aren't really a gamble, it's just a direct payout. Have I deleted this yet? I haven't. That's what I need to do. Okay. So that repopulates it. Hammerhead for once. Nice. Yeah. And that's the thing. So, but like, you know, it's not unreasonable that people would try that, right? Because every other mission chain we have, you just kind of do the next level, right? So, but from what I've asked people and what they've told me, I think they haven't coded it, or whatever's involved in the mission logs, they haven't coded it to do all the missions. It just seems to be the legal ones. Yeah, do the legal ones. All right. Hammerhead. Blindly, a slightly different ship. I haven't had a hammerhead in a few minutes. It's getting a bit frustrating. I was like, what the heck is going on? Oh. Phone's buzzing away. What are we up to? Okay, so we got 4. So this ship and 3 more ships. Assuming I don't get a ship that has 5 crates, that's the full batch. And then we can go sell them. I was doing these in Hurston the other night, and you know the spot between 2 of the moons where there's that AI interdiction? Had that happen there. Took a little bit of damage, but thankfully wasn't destroyed. But it was a little bit, because I just kind of punched through very aggressively without any sort of finesse. And then I put out decoys in the hopes they wouldn't send missiles after me or be able to target me. So we didn't get hit by laser fire, but they definitely put some missiles into the rump of my ship. All right, so we're going to go this way. I watched some of your videos about cargo hauling and all that drives me to stick with brainless space pew pew. Hey, I mean, whatever works for you. If people, that's the thing, like if you enjoy space combat and that's what you vibe with, because a lot of people play Star Citizen because they like, you know, movies, TV shows, anime and stuff that have space combat. And I get that. It's not personally for me. I've always enjoyed cargo. I've always enjoyed like trade aspects in games. I'll do a little bit of combat every now and then, but I'm not very good at it. So I'll get to a certain point where you've got your really easy missions, and I'll do okay in those because it's AI and, you know, they don't make them too smart. And you get to high level ones and I'm like, well, that's about the ceiling of my skill level for combat. So I'm just gonna not do that anymore. Although I do want to buy a slightly bigger ship. I'm contemplating the Cutlass because I've already bought the Corsair. We had that issue with the Corsair and I kind of been a bit burned on it. I don't want to get the MSR again because I didn't enjoy it. So I'm thinking maybe a Cutlass in game. I do not love PvP secretly. That is an absolute lie. I despise it because I'm bad at it. I might go the Cutlass just because I want to do the beacons and bounties and see if I can get a bunch of cargo from them, because I tried a little bit, but it wasn't super successful. Using UEX, I'm aware of those. Yep. When they brought 319 to live, I had in my cargo video the diamond thing, because it was 900 alpha UEC per SCU profit on diamond, and that they got changed very quickly. That got bumped down very quickly, unfortunately, because that was a really good money maker. In the C2, I was looking at 500,000 profit on a 10-minute run. So that was a shame, but they'll always do kind of balancing stuff, I suppose. It is what it is. It's actually really nice to see different cargo splotches on the Hull A, because in the videos you see that they did the IC, you had all the different color ones before they changed it to this kind of uniform crate now. So it looks a lot more like those kind of press pieces they did. So hopefully we see those come back at some point. Or like your big shipping containers for the Hull C. The med box is in play, found an untouched C2. The med box is in play, found an untouched C2. What's the med box is in play? I'm very confused by what that means, Rando. What do you mean? The med box? What? What are you talking about, buddy? What are you on about, champ? You're going wild over here. Going wild. I didn't notice at first, but I started taking notes and the numbers on websites are way off. Yeah, I think a lot of those are given to them by players. So I guess depending on how frequently those are updated, yeah, those are always going to be, you know, a grain of salt. Oh, you're breach and steal? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what do you mean med box? Okay, I understand now. You and your breach and steals, champ. Obsessed with that thing. I don't know why you don't just get an 8k Gundo mission. Just get an 8k Gundo mission. Because you're essentially holding 73,000 credits on you that every time you don't utilize, it's just like, Of course you're behind this giant asteroid. Of course you are. Of course you are. Come on, man. Here we go. There we go. Jumping. Okay. I'm loving these artifact chevrons, making me think that this might actually be one of the missions where the AI ships come in and fight. Not at all disconcerting. Not at all disconcerting. I just saw you post about that in the Discord, NZ. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, that's what you mean. Gotcha. I understand. It is a chevron. Okay, it is just an artifact. But I was going mad for a moment there. I was going mad. Alrighty. How's the music levels? Good? No major change from when I'm on the old purple platform for you guys. I've got like a little slider, like a PC panel pro that I kind of change the volume of the music. So it's not too loud, but not too quiet. Hopefully it's just right. Oh, that asteroid off to the side on that angle looked like a ship. I was freaking out. You are mad. How many salvage missions do I need to complete before I unlock the 30k missions? I don't know the exact number, unfortunately. When I was doing it, I wasn't kind of keeping count of the missions. So unfortunately, the answer is you just got to keep doing them until they pop up. You also need to do the legal ones, Tommy, because I know I had a lot of people in the comments of that video go, hey, I've been doing a whole bunch of the 10k riskies and none of the 30ks have unlocked. I don't think progression is tracked on those. So you need to do it through the legal ones. So because I just did a bunch of the 1ks and the 5ks. 10, did you time it, NZ? Time it, count it. You done it today? 10? There you go. NZ says 10. So if it's incorrect, it's not my fault. It's NZ Rando. He lives in WA. If you're upset, go there and stand on his doorstep and say that it's his fault and that he ruined your life. Safe. Do. Did you brush your teeth, Darkest? Did you brush your teeth, Darkest? I hope you did. Don't go on to bed with a stinky mouth. Have a good night, Darkest. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I know that you're very tired. I appreciate it. Catch you next time. Have fun at work tomorrow. Still 4? It holds. Heck yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Huh. Thought you've been playing some 7 Days again, Shane. Why are you playing that terrible game? Why don't you play something fun? Huh? I was telling Ethereally about how I'd been jumping on Red Dead recently. I jumped into Red Dead Online today. I was like, how long until a hacker? And Ethereal was like 2 minutes, literally within 2 minutes. Some guy spawned at my location, got my horse while we were in like the safe zone, and then spawned lions to eat me. And I was like, cool, man. Nice to see that it's still full of buttheads with their little hack things. Quite sad, really. Quite sad. Imagine being such a butt that you would ruin other people's games like that. The audacity. The absolute audacity. Jamie Battlebit. Yeah, a couple of people have been doing that, I've seen. I was telling Charles about it because he plays Roblox and he's like not interested. And it's like, oh, okay. Thought you'd be interested. And he's like, nah. He's playing like some sort of fantasy thing where he runs around. He's got a rabbit hat and he's got like fiery axes and fruit or something. I don't know. I don't play Roblox, so I don't know what it is. But he likes it. And he buys the Robux and they buy things in it. So, I mean, if it brings him joy, right? I'm hardly one to judge. I bought a whole C. You know? So, I don't think I've got a leg to stand on when it comes to judging someone for spending money in a game. So I won't. So I won't judge him. Too much. Won't judge him too much. Alrighty. Clear this one out. 2 more ships. 2 more ships and we're stocked up. And then we're going to go find somewhere safe to sell this. Ugh. Starfarer. Back to the Starfarers, I guess. Woo. I don't like the Starfarers. Very awkward to kind of get your ship nearby, right? Oh, okay. We might just be able to get on this side. Oh, yes. Nice. Didn't have to go around the moon. Fantastic. Didn't want to go around the moon. I just want to kind of jump here and not have to think about it too much. Weapons and gear customization Battle Beard is kind of insane. Yeah. Is it still teeth attachment? That was a little bit laggy. Should I be concerned, Star Citizen? Should I be concerned? Bit of a delay on that one too. I really hope the server isn't starting to give up the ghost. It would be nice if it didn't. Thank you. Please don't give up the ghost. Please don't give up the ghost. Found driving, have a hull C, CCU, hull A, C2 loaner, started doing cargo. Nice, you got the fastest money maker. I managed to lose about 4 mil. It's a little bit risky. I don't personally like hauling in the C2. I just don't like the running through the ship and all that, which is wild considering I'm going the hull C. I prefer the hull A. I just like the look of the hull A as well. Like aesthetically, I enjoy it more than the Crusader ships. Even though it obviously doesn't make as much money, but it's fun. Stop 4 mil. I mean, that's something, I guess. So I'm probably going to spend more time just living in my hull C than actually trading with it. I do hope that we get some sort of hauling missions so I can just haul some nondescript nonsense product, but get paid to transfer between stations. That'd be kind of cool. But I have a feeling that if it does come out without delays of some description again, it's going to be a very limited loop, but I guess time will tell. I'm on the wrong side of this starfarer. I need to be at the rear. At the rear, please. Oh, I'm on top. Okay, I need to go underneath ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. There we go. That should be good. Oh. Let's see how lined up it was. I do wish there was a little plasteel window here. It'd be kind of cool to be able to see out the window. I'm sure there's a reason why not, but it would be cool if there was something there. It'd be nice. I keep forgetting the other side of the ship is facing the starfarer. So I fill up this side and I keep freaking out thinking that the game is desynced and has me facing the wrong way. Wild. Absolutely wild. Okay. It's a shame that you cannot use the tractor beam to push yourself away from something in 0G. You just have to pull towards it, but you cannot use it to push yourself away, which is odd. I would think that'd be a thing that you could do in theory, right? Oh, I keep forgetting that it's not hold. I'm so used to holding it as opposed to toggle. Just send it on a short journey. I don't want it to crash into my ship. It's the last thing I need. Don't blow up the starfarer, please. I don't want... Ooh, okay. Oh, that's right. There is that thing there. Silly beard. You silly beard, eh? All right. Ooh. Big chunk of stutter there. I'm not liking the sheer level of stutter that I'm experiencing at the moment. I'm getting the feeling that the server might be on its way out. So I'm kind of glad that I'm near the end of this particular little journey, because I would hate to have it go sideways on me. Oh, no. Next one along, please. There you go. There you go. You can push something away. You should be able to push yourself away. Yeah, that's what I thought. Unless you can. I just haven't checked it. I'll check that in a sec, actually. But I'm fairly certain I have recently looked and you cannot push yourself away. But maybe you can, and they've changed it, and I'm just silly and I haven't tested it. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're generating enough force to pull something towards you without you moving, which is the wild part, I guess that's the part that kind of denies, denies. Okay, so if I do that, right, it pulls me. Nope. Yeah, it just pulls. You can't actually, yeah. So it's locked in, is that? Oh, well. I assumed as much, but it didn't hurt to check in case something had changed in the meantime, which it hasn't. And that is what it is, I guess. That is what it is. Alrighty. Not too bad. One more. Hey, Pile Drive, how you doing? Yeah, good. Just making some money. Just making some money. Alright. Clear this one. Abandon. One more. Please not a Starfarer. Please not a Starfarer. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Gib. Alright. Other side of the moon? Of course. I've had too many that weren't. And the universe wanted to balance it out. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, I guess. Calibrate. Feels like he's leaning so far forward in the seat. Maybe my placement is too close to the Toby. Bit odd. Question mark. Ah, there we go. There we go. Spooling up. Let's go. Salvage. That's a nice bright sun we've got there. Love it. Love to see it. Fantastic. And where is it populating? There. Okay. I wonder how far that asteroid looks like it's got blue on it. I think it's just like reflection. Wigging me out though. Okay. That's fine. I wonder if these larger asteroids here that aren't like mineable, if they'll become something that's like a ship like the Orion can mine. You know what I mean? I still haven't gone to check out Benny Henge either. I need to go look at that at some point. Alrighty. This is the last one. Okay. And then we'll go sell it. Make the monies. And then decide what we want to do next, assuming the server doesn't crash out of me, because it feels like it's going to. Doesn't feel very strong. Feels like it's kind of struggling, limping along. Bit of struggle town with the server at the moment. Oh, the sun's blocked by an asteroid. Nice. Other side. Okay. I got you. Picking up what you're putting down. Trying to go too fast. I think we're good. We're good. It's all good. It's fine. And beautiful. Fantastic. Perfect, almost. Almost a perfect stop. Marvelous. And my guy's not too dehydrated. I ate a bunch of cookies today, so I'm feeling dehydrated. Keep drinking water and still feel dehydrated. Too many cookies. Delicious cookies. Now I'm thinking about cookies. Now I'm hungry again. It was not a good move on my part. That was not clever. When my guy figures out what he's doing. There you go. It's like my head and soul were desynced and he didn't know what he was doing. Cool. Alright. When you're ready, champ. There you go. Thought maybe the game was bugging out and it was crashing. I was like, this is how it ends. Next to a hammerhead wreck with 2 million credits worth of cargo on my hull A. Just crying into the wind. This will be the one where there's 5. Just you watch. This will be the one where there's 5 and I'll be like, thank goodness. Oh, I'm be very concerned. Because if there were 5, I wouldn't know which one is the maze. Alright? We can't give up the maze. You know what? If there were 5, I'd get rid of one of the Quantaniums. Because I know that they're the blue ones. I would not risk it to have the maze. So I just go, you know what? Get rid of the Quantanium. Because Quantanium is 25k per crate, but ETAM is 12. So we take a small loss, but I'd rather that than the 90k loss potentially. Because that would make me a sad panda. That would make me a sad panda. Alrighty. If the server's stuttering, I'm assuming it's at 100 now. I'm assuming that it's gotten pretty bad. Oh, ooh, that was a big stutter. I did not like that at all. That was rough. All right. Full capacity. That's pretty cool. There's a screenshot in there. Just as the sun comes over too. Almost perfectly. Almost like I planned it, guys. Almost like I planned it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Love to see it. Angle this slightly like that. There we go. Screenshot. Beautiful. Hey, Meza. Yeah. So, how many is that? 16 lots of 3,000. You planet. Call me a planet? No, I said almost like I planned it. So 16 lots of 30k, whatever that math is. And then it should pay out about 2 and a bit. I know they nerfed the hides to get the green boxes that I missed. No, so in the 30Ks, it's pretty much the same 4 materials, occasionally a 5th one. But it's Maze, Slam, Quantanium, and Widow. And then sometimes you get a 5th box, which is ETAM. So generally you pay your 30k, you sell it for 145, so you make 110 profit each time, essentially. Pretty much. Where is mine? There we go. But yeah, since they changed it, I've not seen Ozian hides at all. The Gasping Weevil eggs, I've not seen in those risky ones. Occasionally they pop up in the Wake of Disaster. Although I only did 2 Wakes of Disaster and they weren't very profitable. So I think that one still has a weird kind of RNG to it. Whereas these 30Ks, the 30K risky ones, for me at least, every time consistently, yeah. Yeah, don't really need the greens. No, like the way it used to be, where you'd potentially make 400k, but it wouldn't always happen. It seemed like it was better value, but it wasn't very consistent. Whereas this is insanely consistent. So at some point they're going to patch this out, whether it's very soon or a few weeks away. So if you've got the means, definitely jump on it before they get rid of it, because they will. You know what they're like. Anything that's like money making, they'll just be like, okay, it's gone now. I've been grinding the legal ones, but haven't seen anywhere near the payout I had before. Grind out the legal ones until you get access to the 30k riskies, and they're the ones you run. Because they're the ones that, for some reason, they haven't got RNG on it. It just pumps out the same thing. Yeah, so the Ozian hides are just gone. Weevil eggs I've only found in Wake of Disaster. Hey, Game Turtle. Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's what I found as well, Game. Although I only did 2 of them, so I did mention in my video, the numbers aren't like a really good pool to kind of go definitely, whereas I did enough of the risky ones to go, okay, this is where it's at. So yeah, so they will change it. I personally think they need to modify it, because that consistency kind of ruins it, right? It was more exciting when it was possible. I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's clearly they've designed it for hull scraping, but because they got this consistent one now, and I think these risky ones would actually be worth it if there was a higher chance of enemy ships spawning, which it doesn't seem to be happening. So I don't know what's going on there. Whereas pre-patch, you would have like 40 vultures spawn. It was weird. Because they need to actually add the risk into the risky. There's some weird stuff. I've only once I've had NPC ships there. I had one hostile ship and I had two white, so NPC ships, and one blue. So that may have just been pure chance. That may have been someone who had done a bounty mission, and because that was in Hurston, you know, in the clusters of asteroids they've got around the moons. So that may have just been like pure chance that they popped in and were doing a bounty mission at the same time that I was doing one of these salvage missions. I don't know. But at the moment, it doesn't seem... It's not random, right? It's just, oh, it's every time. You're like, okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. So yeah. That's where it's at. Weave Legs May seem to be spawn, it seems. Yeah. I heard about that. I did hear that the Ozian hides are found in the 1/8 SCU boxes. That's cool though, right? Because it's not huge. I haven't done SPK stuff either. Okay, that's cool. All right. I know there is one spot that I, like between two particular moons, Adam, that I was getting that too. And I had that happen last night when NZ and I were running it. Yeah, I feel like it's a particular spot. Yeah, I don't remember which moon, like which line it is, but every time it happens, my brain goes, oh, this is the same spot that it was last time. Just want to go tonight and get some work done beforehand. Fair enough, Mezza. Well, I wish you the best of luck. It's been pretty consistent for me, so I think you should be okay. SPKO seems to be broken. I don't. Yeah, I think I tried to run SPK once during like the PTU when they first introduced it. Why am I going to Microtech? I like selling on Euterpe. Euterpe is my favorite spot to sell. Just burn forward. That's what I do in the interdictions. I always sell in Microtech because Brio's Breakyard is basically where anyone who wants to snap up people who are dealing drugs and stuff, they'll just intercept them there. Hurston's the same. I assume that Waller is also the same. Whereas Euterpe is so windy and so far out of the way, you can't sit there for half an hour with a sniper rifle waiting. It's too cold. It's too windy. If someone sits there and waits out of a ship, they will die. So they need to be there in a ship waiting for you, which means the moment you rock up and you can see their mark and go, oh yeah, there's someone there. You just farm Euterpe for gear? Yeah. I just find that if you're running 2 million worth of gear, unless someone specifically knows you're heading there, it's the safest. Buds Growery? Yeah. You hate Euterpe? Tricell Eagles there, winds blew her away? Yes. It is a little bit harder for some ships to land there. I have good luck with the Hull A, so maybe it's just because I can kind of fit it in certain spots, or I've just lucked out. Yeah. Well, the last thing I want is some little campy man to take me out with a P6LR and claim my 2 million credits worth of gear for all the work I've done. So if there's any way, and also I've got a Hull A with a VK00, so it doesn't take me long to jump there at all. It's just an easy jump for me. The wind is pretty strong. I like it. Has anyone else noticed that Microtech also has been upgraded in terms of its wind power? Like it's Euterpe level wind sometimes when there's storms? It's ridiculous. I don't remember it being quite so heckadoodle, but it's pretty full on now. Oh, really? I think I had that happen once. I was recording something and I was there in the... I might have been there in the Hull A actually, and it flipped. But I didn't even have cargo. It was just the collapsed Hull A. And yeah, it just flipped and I was like, what's going on? Yeah. Your butt got that patch too? There you go. Am I blind? I must be going mad. There we go. Must be going mad, guys. But also, it doubles up as well because I can sell the illegal cargo here and then quickly jump to New Babbage, land outside in the Commons, and sell the Quantanium there. So I don't have to spend a lot of time on trains kind of thing. Because Orison at the moment is dangerous. Lawville is just very laggy. Arcorp's not too bad. True. Yeah, I like Euterpe. I do wish there was more on the moon though. It's kind of sad that there's what, three points of interest. Well, 3 points of interest with jump points or quantum markers. Got a marker there. Yep. And we punch out because we've got AI bounties there. Unfortunately. So I wonder if someone's actually got like a bounty mission there and they're spawned there. Yeah. Yeah, especially in like a, because I'm running a Halle, I'm like, I'm not combat oriented. I will lose. So we don't do that. Would be pretty cool. Be very difficult too. Be very difficult. AP2 bomb? Yes. True. I don't think that would have pulled them this way, unfortunately. So maybe I can zip through and try to pull them away like you can with the, what's it called? With the 890s? You know what's good? Hamburgers. True. What's good, NZ? You tell me. Bringing up the comma ray on Microtech when someone's trying to do the mission. Is that good? True. Yes. But also if it was a... See, that's hard though, because yeah, nukes. If it was a jump town that didn't have an enclosed area, so you couldn't get warm, but then you just get bombed and it's game over, right? That's a shame. Scraping in a free vulture. Oh, yeah? Sounds like your jam. Got into two players, never PvP made from them. There you go. I'm sure they loved that. I bet they would have. I bet they would have. All right, so I'm pretty convinced that I'm not going to be able to hit this spot, but I figured I'd fly back there in case for whatever reason they've moved or despawned. Very unlikely. But I figured I'd have a look just in case. I might luck out, you know? Bring our altitude up. So I think I need to be at 2,000 before I can quantum out of here. Just in case it gets real bad. How many players are in the game, in the server? Yeah, Chockers. Chockers server. Really? Stream snipers. I might have to go to a different location because I think these pirates are still going to be here. Yeah, there's his marker there. How many were there out of curiosity? And What were they? That happened to the Corsair that I bought in game, and nothing I did could fix it. Game, that's messed up. Did it happen at Orison? How far away am I? Within range. Did they despawn? They might have. You might be able to, game, if you melt it, then rebuy it. That should fix it, but remember to take the components out of it. Did those pirates despawn? It might have worked. It might have actually worked. No, the Corsair wasn't a pledge, thankfully. So it wasn't. I would be more frustrated. Okay. Yeah, I had that thing where I had the Corsair, like, basically Orison ripped the wings off of my Corsair and it like did it. But the Corsair was like an in-game purchase, not a pledge, because the pledge would have been much sadder. I'd be very angry if it happened to my pledge vault, you know? All right, particularly windy today. So we're gonna have to be careful as we bring it in. Try not to die. Very careful. All right, beautiful. Oh, gotcha, turtle. Okay, gotcha. Mother, yeah. As a starter ship, oh, I mean, as a ship that's like your starter, you can make a lot of money out of it, but it's going to very much limit what you can do, right? Like, it's not for combat, right? At all. But if you want to use it for cargo hauling, it's got 12 SCU, which is better than a lot of ships, right? What? Alright. That's wild. It's not going to change. You're all good. I typo all the time. All the time. 16. 1.4 mil just from the maze. Just from the maze. 270k from the slam. 217 from the widow. It's windy as heck here. Very loud. Apologies for that. Ew. I'm not changing that though. Not in this wind. That would normally drive me crazy, but I'm not going to shift it. Well, I have a cutter right now, so I'm going to be upgrade either way. I love the cutter. I genuinely think the cutter is going to be that ship that I have no matter what I kind of change and upgrade throughout my entire like Star Citizen life. I just love it so much. It's ridiculous. I love the simplicity of it. I love just how kind of bulky and used and old it is, and that yellow paint on it is just chef's kiss. Perfect. Perfection. And I've got like a bunch of paints that I bought for it. I bought like the 4-pack, and I'm like, I will never use those paints. I will not use anything else. All I want is this yellow one. Well, lucky me, those pirates disappeared. Heck yeah. Get rid of this mission. Okay, I got the itch to play later. No problem. You're all good. We can can this one now. can that. Let's punch further out of Atmo. Yeah, that makes it tough, game. That's annoying. And yeah, like I've tried character repair, which I'm assuming you have too, and it doesn't change anything. So yeah. Didn't play since the last C2 went boom. Yeah, I mean, that'd kind of put you off for a little bit, wouldn't it? It'd sour it, for sure. We are going to micro techie. And we are going to do so many things. New babbage. New babbage. Here we go. Beautiful. Yeah. I love it. I love the hull A, but the hull A is just a loner for the hull C. So I have a very strong feeling that when the hull C comes out, if they don't do that weird thing where I get to keep the hull A, I'm probably going to pledge the hull A. My fault though, I managed to fall asleep at the wheel. No, I'm a bit disappointed that I can't run Star Citizen anymore. Could be 319 go anymore, don't know why. Oh. Just doesn't work at all. Could before. Do you mean 3.19? And in what way doesn't it run? Does it like just, it doesn't boot or you can't get into it kind of thing? Because I know they switched it over so it uses more GPU than it used to. It's not as CPU reliant as it used to be. And a lot of people that have issues, you can actually change it back to like the CPU usage. But if it's just not booting at all, I'm not too sure what's kind of causing that. That one's a little bit out of my realm of knowledge, unfortunately. You tend to keep the loaner until it releases for in-game. Well, I was thinking that, but the Vulture had the Prospector. Although I do now have the Prospector again, so you might be right. You might be right there. Well, if it lets me keep the Hull A, that'll be happy days, because I love the Hull A. It's gorgeous. This game's a hot mess. I love it to bits. Yeah, sometimes it is a bit of a hot mess. Sometimes you're just kind of like, oh, why do I like this? Does anyone else get that thing where the game will frustrate you and you'll stop playing and you'll go play something else that's kind of similar? And there's always some element of it you start playing, you go, yeah, but in Star Citizen I can do this, or it does this, and you end up coming back. Yeah, I meant 319, but it doesn't load, like everything is invisible. Okay. Now, whether or not this is anything at all, Grey Fox, what you can try, hit your tilde key, so you're bringing up your entity options here, press R, tab. Now, normally this is where you kind of select your display info, you'll see on the other side of the screen. If you keep pressing tab, you'll get something that is called Gen 12. If you change that to 0, it turns off the Gen 12 render and goes back to legacy, so it'll be more CPU dependent than the GPU. That might help, but I cannot guarantee it. Because, yeah, the invisible thing, I'm not too sure. Shiploaner Matrix says the loaner for the Vulture is the Buccaneer right now. I do have the Buccaneer, but I did also have the Vulture. It was another loaner. I melted my Prospector to get a Vulture, and then got Expanse, so it's all his Prospector. I don't believe so. Like, the ships that I own are Cutter, Vulture, what's it called? Hull C, and Fury. They're the only ships that I own in pledge, I believe. Yeah. So I'm unsure, because I don't believe I had the Prospector in 19. Like, I had to buy the Prospector. So it was a bit odd that I then suddenly, like, after they wiped everything, because I bought a Prospector and then suddenly got a Prospector again. Nothing scratches that itch. Yeah. Like, I was playing, so I was trying to get back into No Man's Sky, where you can get your freighters and like send them off on trade missions and stuff, which is cool. But it was also like, it's not the same. Or like when you go like station to station, buy commodities and sell them, and you just jump through a teleporter and it's very quick, and you're like, this isn't fun. I'm just making millions of credits with no work. Whereas in Star Citizen, like, I gotta fly around places. It's really cool. And they're like, oh, salvage this frigate. And you're like, that's not as cool as salvage. Mess up with ships people had, most got deleted. I mean, it could be, yeah. I just put it down to some sort of weird glitch where it deleted all of my ships, but for some reason kept the Prospector that I'd bought in-game. Because, yeah, 19.1 was just wild. A whole bunch of things happened. Everyone's like, what's going on? They're like, we don't know. You're like, okay. Thanks, CIG. Love your work. Good stuff. Keep up the shenanigans, boys. Keep up the shenanigans. So you shouldn't have it. I already talked another game played Lost in 318. Yeah. And that's what was weird, because the day after the wipe, I didn't have the prospector, or at least I'm very confident I didn't have the prospector in my hangar. And then I was talking to someone who's like, oh, I've still got like this ground vehicle. And I went and checked my hangar and there's a prospector. I'm like, that's weird. You can't tell since it's in the Expanse? Yeah, fair enough. The Expanse will be cool when that comes out. Le shrug. Eh. Buy a Fury. I love the Fury. I just wish there was some way that I could use it a little bit more frequently without having to jam it in the back of a ship. That's the one downside. I get why it doesn't have a quantum, you know, the whole thing. But I just wish there was a situation where I could go and spend a bunch of time in it without having to really just kind of like have to mess around. That bums me out. Oh well. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I could and should land at the ATC. You know what I should? Because I'm not gonna, you know what? Yes. I don't know why I flown this way. This was pointless. I'm gonna go over to the ATC because I'm not gonna fly in the Halle after this. I'm gonna do something else. I don't know why. I don't know why I was gonna go land at the Commons. That's silly. That makes sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. That's just foolish. That's just wild. That's madness. Absolute madness. I don't know what I was thinking, guys. I don't know what I was thinking. I was overcome with insanity. That's all I can say. And I apologize. Anyone try to fit a Fury in a Vulture? I haven't tried, but I'm fairly certain the Vulture doesn't have enough roof clearance. Because the Fury, when its landing gear is up, is pretty tall. It's pretty tall. It was a pain in the butt to get it into the back of the MSR. Slightly less frustrating in the Corsair. Which is why like the Hercules series is best, because they've got like the wide kind of arch. I'm gonna buy a Ballista. I don't know why. I'm usually a nice guy. You're gonna just camp out, you Turpy? Just sit near the trade terminals there. Just launch some missiles at people. I mean, if it brings you joy, I suppose. Just make sure you take down the Commoray first so you don't get a crime stat. Hey, Early, how you doing? How you been, my guy? I'm just gonna go sell this Quantanium that's left over from my... Is there a ship beneath me? No. From my scrounging of riskies. Barely fits through the MSR door. Yeah, I don't think it fit a Vulture. Remember to drink something? Yes. My avatar is as thirsty as I am. But I shall definitely do that. I have the Avenger Titan. I got it pledged and it's so nice. Don't like the Titan. Not a fan. Not a fan. It's a bit of a rubbish ship. What about Raft? Do you like it? It's so hot there. I don't hate the Raft. I really like the inside of the Raft. I love the idea of the Raft. I love that it's got this cool kind of little living... I love ships that have that cool little living space so it feels like the ships that we've seen in like TV shows, right? But flying it was painful, I will say. I don't know how it's going to fit into the verse, right? Like, I'm holding myself from buying a Shrike. Probably will buy it though. My talent keeps looking with a lonely face. I mean, if you like your combat ships and you like your alien ships, why not, right? Why not? If it brings you joy, I always say. And you don't have much longer until Alien Week's over, right? So if you intend to buy it, you'd best do it before you cannot buy it anymore. Melted your Prospector? Good. Prospectors are terrible. Used to give me a lot of fun. I just don't like the Prospector in general. I don't like ship mining. Every time there's a wipe and I lose the Prospector, for some reason I convince myself that I like mining, and then I buy it and I mine and I go, I don't like mining. I hate it. Why do I keep doing this? So I told my community, anytime that I mention wanting to buy a Prospector, they got a hashtag no prospector me. But there's one in my hangar. I don't know why. I don't do combat. I'm not huge on combat either. I'll do it every now and then, but I won't actively go out and seek it. And if I do go out and seek it, there's usually a different motivation. Your fleet is mostly combat, kind of. Look, I mean, if you don't do combat, but you've got a lot of combat ships, you probably don't need a lot of combat ships. You can probably get rid of some of the ones that you don't like, right? What loop do you like most, Adam? Is it cargo? Because you mentioned making the millions. Do you like cargo hauling, or is it just industrial stuff in general? No prospectors ever. That's right, Turnip. You know what's up. No prospectors ever. I do have water on me in my pockets. Beautiful. Okay. Fantastic. Love to see it. What's my favorite ship? I genuinely think, a lot of people hate this answer. I think my favorite ship's the cutter. I genuinely love the cutter. Every game that I play, my favorite part of the game is when you first start and you've got something that is not great, right? You don't have high skills, you don't have great gear, you know, you're making axes and hammers out of sticks and stones. You don't even have iron yet. And the cutter feels like the ship that if Star Citizen was a game, not like, you know, yeah, Squadron 42. No, Squadron 42 is like a combat game. If Star Citizen was a game that was like, whether it's single player or like progression, and they gave you one ship, I feel like the cutter would be the ship you start off with. Like, that'd be the ship that it'll get some things done, but you very quickly find out what its ceiling is. It's not great in combat, but it can take some damage. You can move a little bit of cargo, but you can't make a lot of money. I love the cutter. I love the cutter. It has such a nice look. I love that it's got a bed. I love that it's got a bed that you can bed log in when bed logging isn't murdering people. And it has enough room in it that you can kind of do a little bit of stuff. The falling to pieces part of it. Cutter is Spaceball 1. I've never watched it, but I've heard people say that. The cutter takes an insane amount of damage. How you doing, Buffamo? The cutter takes an insane amount of damage. I haven't looked into what HP it has, but when I've gotten into situations where AI are just kind of smacking me around, it takes a long time for them to kill me. Well, I can't connect to server, not able to authenticate on product platform. That's weird. That's very odd. Is that something that you can check in like the issue council or on Spectrum? Because that I'm not familiar with. There's some weird things popping up for people though. But the cutter actually can take a lot more of a beating. Like, I feel like the cutter takes more damage than the cutlass before falling apart. Look at the Spaceball 1, you'll see. Okay. Where am I going? Metro Loop. You like fighter combat and hauling? Okay. The cutter is cool, but the Titan is my pledge. I melted it twice and brought it back twice. The Titan was my first ship. I bought like a holiday packet that came with it, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like that it has wheels. It's a spaceship. Why does it need wheels? The amount of times I've gotten out of situations I shouldn't be even surviving are countless. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys literally said, and I forgot. I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna drink some water. Titan is the best engine sounds. Strong disagree. Strong disagree. The hull A is insanely loud for the ship it is, but you can see why it would be, because it can haul essentially its own weight in other stuff, and like the ship creaks when you turn. Armor. Regular helmet. You hate the cutty? That's fair enough. A lot of people do hate it. I hated it when I first started playing because everyone loved it. I was like, I don't know why people love it. And then I flew it for a bit and I was like, actually, I see why this is really popular. Like, it's a price point where if you want to play with your friends, or if you want an upgraded ship and you only have like the one pledge ship, it's 1.3. It's really good to do what it does. I don't like it aesthetically. I'll agree with that. It feels antiquated both in the lore and in the actual game, which I guess is something they're intended to keep. Melted for the C2, got it back as a loaner, but didn't use it since. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the Titan. I get why the Titan is a good ship mechanically. I understand, because it does have a lot of cool things that you would want from a ship. just aesthetically, I don't like it. I don't like the wheels. I don't like the dash. I don't like the way when you're in third person and don't move the camera when you land, the back end of it tilts down. So I keep thinking my ship's on an angle. I don't like that. Drake fanboy, but man, those MFDs on the Cutlass. Yeah, very much so. That being said though, ever since I started using the Tobii eyeglass, MFDs aren't an issue for me, because that was always something I hated in ships, right? Because you can't kind of save what MFD is targeting. Now I can move around. It really has opened that up, but it's a shame that you can't save that, because that was always a thing, right? You go, oh, well, I want these two screens in front of me. This one to be my shields, this one to be my target. But the moment you get out of the seat, it switches back and you're like, well, what's the point? Don't have the cutter, but I love the Tide. It's my favorite bunk hopping ship. That's fair enough. Whatever the Spirit cargo is, the C1. Yeah. Must be the C2. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, like at first, I wasn't very interested in the Spirit series. And then now that I'm thinking about it, because I literally want a ship that kind of sits in the car in the Cutlass space, but I don't want to get the Cutlass again. I was like, I don't want to get the Freelancer because it's really antiquated, hasn't been updated, doesn't have its gold pass. And I was like, man, if the C1 was out, I'd probably pledge it, just because I want something to fill that space that's different. So I think when that one is available, it's going to sell like hotcakes. All I'm going to hear in my Discord, in my channel, is when it's available to buy in game. That's all I'm going to hear. It's going to be such a popular ship that for 6 months, I'm going to have to listen to people continually ask me or complain, I just wish you could buy it in game. Because that's all I hear now about the Vulture. I just wish you could buy it in game. I'm like, oh, I get it. You just wish you could buy it in game. Can I still stop hearing that? Do you still prefer the Corsair over the Taurus? No, I don't. I don't anymore. And the major reason why, although I think I only liked the Spirit So Tasty, it's pretty cool. I'm intrigued by all of them, to be completely honest. Even like the bombing one. I did like the Corsair originally because internally it was newer, it was updated, it was fun. Hey, thanks for joining that membership, Tommy God. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy your beard and your emotes. Hey. Oh, look at that. Look at the little dancing spaceman down there. Woo, 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 woo. Bit of a delay on that one though. NZ, I don't want to hear it from you, mate. Just borrow it from Ethereal like you do now, you rat. You cheeky rat. No, I liked the Corsair because it was new, but having seen the sheer issues that we have, any ship that has like the foldable wings and desync between players, I've watched so many of those things explode because of desync. I don't like the Corsair anymore. Hey, early, nice beard, thank you. Bit of a delay. Maybe I should just wait till this thing pops up before saying thank you. It feels like for a buck. I mean, I prefer it, right? I prefer it than the Twitch. The Twitch thing is weird. Like I don't know how much it costs over where you guys are. In Australia, it's $8 to sub on Twitch. It's $8. And that's the minimum. And you work up from there. And I was like, well, I don't want to charge people $8 to support me. So $1. I wanted it to be 69 cents. I wanted it to be 69 cents, but the minimum is 99. So it's a bit of a shame. So yeah. So I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. You absolute legends. You're off to bed, Tommy Gun. What's more confusing than and? Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Catch you next time. Where am I going? I'm going to go sell this Quantanium. I'm going to sell this Quantanium, then I'm going to have a very quick toilet break because I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, NZ, you know what? I don't like your attitude. I see that in the Discord. I don't like your attitude, mate. Causing trouble. Causing trouble. An Australian schedule, an American 12-hour. Yes. Chat seems a bit more delayed. Don't know if it's stream delay. I've got to check all those kinds of things because this is my first time streaming on YouTube after many months ago when I did it once. So there's a lot of things I've got to check. So I will be fine tuning a lot of that. So I hope it wasn't too confusing. I apologize for that, but I'm going to get it all tweaked. So at the moment, Tommy, I don't know if you've come across from my Twitch, but I normally stream on Twitch and I'm moving over to YouTube. So Mondays for the next couple of weeks are going to be on Twitch. Wednesdays will be on YouTube. And then after I've kind of gotten people that are from Twitch used to my YouTube streaming schedule, it's going to be YouTube. And I'm just going to drop the Twitch because I don't particularly enjoy it over there. But yeah, we'll get it all sorted. And the other thing I like about YouTube as well is I can set these streams to unmonetized, which means no ads. So you don't have to put up with a 4-minute ad block the moment you come into the stream, which is pretty darn tootin'. I think that's a bit of all right, you know? A bit of all right. 400,000 for the Quantanium. So we are now at, let's have a squiz. We are now at 7.5 Ripper. Now, Mr. Ethereally, because he knows I dislike it when people send me money because I want to earn it myself. He sent me, how much did he send me? He sent me 250, 100,000. Okay, so he sent me about 380. We're going to send him 400,000 credits because that's to you, Ethereally, your rat bag. I wish both would like you to. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was telling a lot of people on Twitch, so I wasn't too sure if you're aware. Excellent. But yes, I'm thinking about a month. I'm starting my new job in a week or so, so hopefully that doesn't affect the Monday, Wednesday night schedules. We'll see. If you aren't already, Tommy, I do have a Discord. I think there's a link somewhere on YouTube. I cannot remember. I apologize if there's not. You might even be able to put ! Discord, but I don't know if that link works. Either way, I've got a Discord if you want to join the Discord for updates. Otherwise, yeah, just keep an eye out for my streams here, I guess. I don't watch on Twitch, so you already got a new viewer? Heck yeah. Yeah. I've only recently gotten back into the Twitch side of things, and I don't enjoy it as much as YouTube, honestly. I like making the videos on YouTube. I like I don't know, it just seems nicer, right? And I don't like how much money Twitch takes from both customers and the streamers. I'm not a big fan of it. So, yeah. Used to be on Twitch way too much. Oh, really? Like, oh, was it called Jake TV back then? I don't know when it changed over, but I know that I think 2019 I started watching Twitch. I didn't know it was a thing. What am I doing? I'm sending money to Ethereally. Where are you, Ethereally? Too many people in my friends list now. 400,000. I think he sent me about that. That's the right number of zeros? Yes. Boom. That'll teach him. That'll teach him, the rat. Oh, I love my premium. Yeah. Love my premium. All right, guys. I'm going to very quickly take a bathroom break. So if you guys need to do the same, feel free to do that. There won't be ads. On Twitch, there'd be ads. I'd push ads, but there aren't going to be ads. So I'm going to hit be right back, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So, you know, I'll see you when I get back. And I'm back. Early. NZ, you guys are banned for being cheeky in my Discord. Stop talking about buying the vulture in game. Stop trying to trigger me. Stop it. Terrible people. Alright. What the heck am I going to do, guys? What are we going to do now? I've made all my money. The A1? Yes. Well, I guess I can go... You know what? Let's go over to Crusader. Let's take a 15 to 20 frames per second hit. And now we can go buy the A2. I've not launched a big bomb myself, and I would like to be able to. So I can do that. And now that I've got the extra money, my brain was trying to say money and cash at the same time. Now that I've got the extra mash, I'll be able to buy the quantum drive that goes with it as well. Down to, do I need food? Got sandwiches and things here, right? I've never been across to this one. Is this actual buyable stuff? They do sell sandwiches here. I thought it was just in Crusader. That's wild. Okay. Well, I obviously need a sandwich. Obviously need a sandwich. Is my guy redheaded now? My hair color changed. Nice. What's this one? Pork katsu sandwich. Oh. How did I not know they actually had sandwiches here? We even see signs that says twin sandwiches. What? I'm so hungry now. Who needs quantum drives? Certainly not you, NZ. Quantum drives are for chumps, right? You're an actual stirrer. You're an instigator of violence is what you are. You're just trying to set me off, mate. NZ, you trying to set me off? I don't like your tone. Mashed sounds like it could be used for that? True. But now I also want mashed potato. Now I'm just hungry. I just keep thinking about food. So we're going to grab the cutter because I love it. We'll fly to Crusader. NZ, have you purchased the sandwich? I'm gonna have to go to the shops tomorrow and buy a lot of sardines because I love sardines and I've been seeing positive things about sardines, but also bread for sandwiches. Turbkey sandwich. Are we just making fun of me mixing up words now? Is that what we're doing, chat? Is that what we're doing? Cuties are for people that could buy vultures in game. You can't buy vultures in game. And you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad that you cannot buy a vulture in game, NZ. You specifically. That's right. I'm talking to you because you don't deserve one. Because you're a bad person. I said it. And I meant it. This croissant is very dry. I don't like looting stuff, bro. It's very tedious. Kind of frustrating to park your ship near, you know? I'd buy a vulture in game if I could. I'm sure you would. Don't buy eggs. Now that the price of a $40.90. Really? I got 2 cartons of them in the fridge. I'm rich. And buy 2 $40.90s. $40.90s are physically massive. It's insane. The croissant has absorbed all of this negative energy and dried out. My negative energy or NZ Rando's negative energy? Because I'm a positive person. NZ, very negative. A lot of attitude too. A lot of attitude. An unnecessarily large amount of attitude. The only reason to get the A1, A2 is we're dropping bombs at JT just for the sake of it. Wait, we do have one. Dropping bombs at JT for the sake of it. That's a great reason. just think about, like, keep that memory, that thought close to your heart when Jumptown happens this weekend. You're like, if I had an A1, I could just be cluster bombing those guys. Keep that in your heart, Terminal. How would you know how big a 4090 is? You only have eggs? I used to work at a computer store that builds PCs in Australia. And so I got to see like a lot of the builds, and physically the 4090s are insanely large. Big. They call you Positive Pete? I don't know if I trust that. I don't know if I trust you, NZ. I'm not picking sides. Sounded to me like you were picking sides. Oh, is that the case? Is having an attitude a cultural part of being a New Zealander? Is that a thing? What is up? Hey, on Space Chameleon. You missed out on my 2 million plus credit haul after doing all those riskies. I know I have a 4090. You have a 4090? I'm very envious of you, NZ. I've only got a 3060 Ti. Lady just walked past. We're in the IKEA cafeteria eating my meatballs, being all very neutral. Oh, I see. Neutrality? Or just putting your head in the sand like an ostrich? Okay. Well, eating that croissant was a bad idea because now I'm hungry in general. Now I just want snacks and energy drinks. Oh, it's a random dude in Arrow armor staring at me. It was weird. Almost forgot you were streaming on YouTube today. That's all good space. They'd call you Vulture NZ. Who needs a chat that looks like Twitch chat when we have the same attitude and vibe of a Twitch chat right here on YouTube? Ad free and full of glory. Vulture NZ. That's funny. No, I don't want that. Actually, that's really disappointing. It's very disappointing. Oh, but I could have Pepsi Max. Ostrich, what about emu? Sorry, didn't mean to take sides. I don't know if emus put their head under the ground. I think it might be an ostrich thing. Ad-free streamer abuse. Right? After all I've done for you, this wonderful stream with no ads, and this is the abuse that I have to endure. I'm so glad we make you feel at home even when you're not on Twitch. Well, Twitch isn't my home. I feel more at home on YouTube, to be completely honest. I enjoy it more. It just seems less troublesome. I don't know. I just think it's better. I like the jam, right? Wow. Wow. All right. This ship should now be here. I do like that, despite everyone asking, they have outright refused to get rid of the glare on all these screens. Space Pig is back in action. Don't be hating on my cutter. Why am I about to go and reclaim do salvaging? Nice. I wish you all the best and all of the salvage. I hope you find all of it and become very wealthy. Don't be hating on my beautiful, beautiful cutter. Hang on, 4. I got like a bunch of paints for it and I just like the same paint because it's the coolest looking paint. I don't know why they haven't done this color for the cutlass yet. Seems less troublesome, gets a DMCA. Well, I'm listening to stream beats, so I cannot. Dang, man, someone left a risky contract running and I had NPCs in my site right next to their spot. I don't think it was me, was it? I think I canned mine. But I'm definitely going to start leaving them up because of that, just so people have to deal with all of the NP. That's brilliant. I love it. I'm definitely going to do that. Later today, I got to do race practice for the Babbage Bash on July 1st. Oh, very cool. Vulture and Game NZ. Oh, NZ, I despise you. I despise you, my dude. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Okay. It's a clean paint. Ask Grumpy Eye. He got one for his owl music. Did he really? Is it his music? Well, I'm using Stream Beats, which is DMCA free, so hopefully we're okay. Cutters go forever on the smell of her. They do. They're the best. They're the best starter ship. No competition. Different server. Was it Andrew? You're welcome for the first idea. Yes, I'm definitely gonna do that. When I'm done with them, like, I'll leave it up. Grab all of them and leave them there. Just buy them all. Buy them all. Don't even go claim the salvage. Just buy every single risky one that's on there. So what's that? That's 6. 60k. And then it'll be like, what, 4? So 100k to populate 6 situations. Yes. I love it. I love this plan. To cause mischief and violence. Absolutely. For his own music. Sorry. Over on my OBS, there's a little heart over the top, the bottom right hand corner, so it gets in the way. Yeah, his label gave him a strike. Why? Why are they like this? That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, I pretty much exclusively listen to Stream Beats. So, unless Senpai Records starts going mad and doing that, I think I'm okay. But yeah, that's rough that happened to Grumpy. That's frustrating as hell. Especially given that it's his music. Hey, Matt Jones, how you doing? Oh, thank you. I hope you have an awesome day too. Not NZ though. I don't want NZ to have a good day because NZ keeps asking about the vulture in game, and I've had it up to here with him. I've had it up to here because he's a rat bag. Just saying. But I hope you have a wonderful day, Matt Jones. Thanks for stopping in. How you doing? How you doing? How's your week been? We're going to fly to Crusader now and spend some money on a ship that hopefully doesn't break or get wiped very soon. This is why I run the MSR. Shields are strong enough to withstand a vulture for a bit. True. Yeah, YouTube didn't think the placement of the heart button though. Yes. Yeah. Although I realize I've also got the web page up on this monitor here, so I could just look up there. Yeah. Oh well. Growing pains, I guess. Hopefully they sort it out. That's the thing, right? Like they obviously want the live streaming space to grow, even if only to kind of knock everything else on the head, but they really got to put the work in. They're killing it with shorts. Like YouTube shorts used to be something where like everyone was like, I don't care. And now people like YouTube shorts, and I like YouTube shorts too. I like cycle through them. So hopefully they decide to have another crack at the streaming side of things. We'll see, I guess. Maybe I'll single-handedly have to lead the crusade guys to show them like how valuable it is as a resource. Single-handedly save YouTube streaming. What do you reckon? We're going to crusade. All the ships are on back order at the moment. No! How funny would it be? How you doing, Tumbra? Are we winning? We are winning. We are winning. Except for NZ Rando. NZ Rando's not winning because he can't buy the vulture in game. Ha 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 ha. Suffering your jocks. Nothing wrong with the 3060 Ti. That's true. I would like a better one though, is all I'm saying. I love my 3060 Ti. However, I would love a 4070. But I'm going to wait until the 16 gig comes out, assuming that it isn't just like a lie. Because I do want a little bit more VRAM. I don't think I'd want to go higher than that, honestly, at this point in time. So we'll hold out. We'll see what's what. But 3060 Ti is a good card. I upgraded from the 2070 Super to it though when I didn't know anything about computer parts, so it wasn't a huge upgrade, so I kind of spent a bit of money when I shouldn't have in that situation. So that's kind of why I dislike it. Not because it's a bad card, but because it reminds me that I made a terrible purchasing decision. It was bad on my part, so it's just a constant reminder. You know. Yeah. When has Nvidia ever lied? Never. They would never lie to us. They would never tell us porkies, would they? No, they love us too much. They love the people. They believe in the people. They treat the people well. And it's all about the AI. It's no longer about the hardware, guys. It's about the AI. Remember? It's important. It's got to take over the world. This whole time I was like, maybe I should make the Pepsi Max and the Soda Stream. Yes. No. No, I need to drink more caffeine. I need to get in the habit of like going to bed at a decent hour, not drinking. The struggles between gas and the regret right after. Gas and the regret right after. Went from a 12.8, 1080 to a... That is a big jump. You'd be loving it. You'd be living your best life, Dan. You'd be like dancing in all of the DLSS. Ooh, I'm envious. I'm very envious. What's is Star Citizen your main game or is something else? What's the main game that you're really getting a benefit out of that card upgrade from? Is this something else that you play, or are you a Star Citizen kid, much like I think most of us here? I think we're all obsessed with Star Citizen, aren't we? We're all a little bit smitten with it, even if sometimes it's abusive. Even if sometimes it makes us cry. Not always, just sometimes. Is anybody here actually excited for Jumptown this weekend? Is anyone any interest in Jumptown? I don't know if I'm even going to get involved in it at all. I'm strongly contemplating just not even playing Star Citizen this weekend and doing something else. Gear acquisition syndrome? I've got that. Okay, I'm keeping that. Yeah, I've got that real bad. Did you ever work in like a retail place that sold a lot of things? Because I worked in an electronics store, so that was kind of really trained into me. Seeing something new come out every 6 months is not good for you. Because you're like, oh, I just sold this thing that's better than the thing I have to another person. They don't deserve it more than I do. I need one. And you spend all of your money in the business you work in. Bought 5700 XT a few months ago. 7900 XT first time I spend them with smart money. Oh, and it's treating you well. Star Citizen, but mostly rendering CAD. Oh, very cool. You run Jumptown with your org, so you guys are going to be running it? Heck yeah. Nice. Well, I hope you guys get all of the maze. Working on an idea for Jumptown. Oh, were you now, Turnip? Okay. Well, I hope the idea comes around for you and delivers and brings you much joy or other people's salt or whatever it is specifically you want to get out of that. 3 FPS and get booted off the server repeatedly. Oh, so exciting, right? It wasn't too bad, the last Jumptown. It wasn't as catastrophic as I thought it was going to be. So I think Xeno Threat's just particularly bad. Whereas Jumptown, I mean, the servers definitely collapsed under the weight of it, but they didn't seem to collapse quite so frequently. We're at a TV station, there's a lot of really cool gear that costs more than a new car. Oh no, that's the worst. Yeah, that'll do it to you. Well, I'm going to be working in a phone shop. I'm going to be working for Samsung. So I've got a S21. So I'm a couple of generations old. So it's going to get real bad when I start selling the new phones. Because I went in there briefly for the interview and I saw like the flip phones they had. And I was like, ooh, that's so impractical, but it looks cool. Guys buy an A2 and is enjoying Jumptown. Look, I don't want it for Jumptown. I want it for other situations. EU servers by night, Oz by day. True. Oz servers, though, they tend to degrade a lot faster than anywhere else I've noticed. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very odd. I think it's NZ Rando that ruins it. Very well, playing mostly on Linux and not moving from AMD. They actually have good drivers. Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. All right. Sick. It's always nice when you spend a lot of money on something and it doesn't fail you. There's nothing worse than that. Investing a lot of cash and having it just flop and you're like, cool. The flippy ones are quite neato. Interesting. Yo, how you doing, King? No, I'm moving my streaming over to YouTube, but I'm going to gradually kind of get people used to it. So Monday nights are Twitch, Wednesdays are YouTube for the next few weeks, and then it's all over here. I prefer it over here, honestly. I've been meaning to do it for a while, And so many things have been happening with Twitch that I'm like, ooh, there's never a better time for me to do this thing that I've been putting off for a while than now. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. Being your go-to living in the UK, Asia servers? Yeah, Asia servers are kind of where I go when Australian servers are proper broken. And most of the time they're really good, so they're quite reliable. And the ping isn't too bad. Like it's 121.30, so it's not unusable. Whereas EU and US is a bit too much of a change for me, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. But how you doing, King? Oh, man. I'm so excited, King. The ISC with the Hull C. Oh, I'm so excited. CPU cooler failed after a week. Can't go smooth. Oh, no. That's no good. Damn. Has that recently just happened, Adam? Or is this a little while ago and you got it sorted? Streamed on YouTube once, got insulted, so I moved back to Twitch only. You got insulted? Someone insulted you? I'm sorry to hear that. In a super low population server right now. Oh, really, game? Nice. Spent a bit on LC, don't have a vulture. But still don't have a vulture? Well, I mean, you can always join in with the NZ and complain that you can't bite in game yet. He likes to do that. Doing good, look good. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, King. I am going to live in the far reaches. Hey, someone just dropped the comms at Microtech. I'm just gonna live out in the verse, on the fringes. You know, like sometimes where the what are they called? You know, like when in the wake of disasters pop up like here. I'm gonna fly my ship. I'm gonna go like MICL4 and just fly out as far as I can with my Hull C and just sit there. And not even haul cargo, just live there, away from all the hustle and bustle, at the highest frame rate that I can get. Just live. Got a total of 15 backers in this server. Nice. There you go. Low population server means it's time for Ghost Hollow. True. I think this server that I'm in is full. Server I'm in has, yeah, it's 75, potentially. I don't understand how that number works, the 75 to 114. That I don't get. Can anyone explain to me what the 75 over 114 means? Does that mean that there's 75 actual people, or does this mean weird? But I'll tell with all the talk about Vulkan, Linux DX12 has actually played through Vulkan regardless of game support, especially the main use of Vulkan. Oh, Hermit Beard, absolutely early. So I'm with the hype, yeah. Absolutely, if it treats you well. You must have a gigabit connection, stream and play on a 3060 Ti. 3060? I've got a pretty fast connection. Big brain move, fill the Hull C's cargo with food and drink, have crates of beer on the outside, keeping cool in the cold vacuum space. When you want one, just grab a suit and EVA. True. True. Just keep them constantly frozen, I guess. Constantly frozen. Just buy all the processed food. Capacity of one. Okay, so it's got a capacity of 114. Okay, so our capacity is now beyond 100, right? So how do they determine what that number is then? Luckless rescue beacon. Oh. So you're in a 34, 38? Wait, okay, now I'm confused again. Yeah, so I'm wondering what the distinction is between the two numbers. Like, what's the difference between those two numbers? Because I used to think it was like of 100, cool. But now it's like, oh yeah, it's 34 or 38. I'm like, what does the difference between 34 and 38 indicate? That's what I don't get. Gonna go buy an A2 and a quantum drive. For no particular reason, guys. Not anything malicious. I had to dip out. How much did you sell it for? A bit over 2. Bit over 2 mil. Ghost Hollywood GPU's good. Yeah, ain't that the truth? They usually add as demand grows. Right. It's weird. Yeah. It just seems odd. The friendliest of A2s, yeah. I'm really just there for the anti-AI. So I'm just going to find those caterpillars where there's a bunch of dudes, you know, like 15k to kill one dude, and I'll just drop a bomb. Quadrupled, actually, Mezza. I think I spent a total of 400-ish. Yeah, I don't know, Turnip. That's why I'm asking. Because I don't understand the reasoning behind it, right? Is Quantanium harvestable yet? In terms of like mining it? Was it a 112? Last number never X 100? Yeah. Thank God, just got a Klesher. Oh, did you go to Klesher for a good reason? Is it bad that you're out now? Are you going to go back to your criminal ways? Were you punking players and that's why you went to prison? Is that why you went to prison? Were you being naughty? Were you being devious? Was it a reasonable charge? What did you do? Who did you hurt? Who did you hurt, man? Should we be concerned for our safety now that you're free? Were you rehabilitated? It's mineable, just rare? Yeah. I've found Quantanium a couple of times. I haven't mined a big chunk of Quantanium, but I did find a rock that I put down, that I used myself as a marker, and NZ Rando came over and mined it. I don't remember how many SCU it was. No comment? Oh dear. I'm guessing slots allocated equals resource allocated. No slots drop according to need. Not much of a miner. Yeah, that's fair. I don't enjoy it. I try. Every time there's a wipe, I think I might enjoy mining, and I try it for a while, and then I realize that I really don't like it. And then I need to remind myself by telling chat to say #NoProspector to remind me not to get a prospector, because I don't enjoy using the prospector. But there's a prospector in my hangar. I don't know why, so I don't need to worry about it, I guess? Question mark? I'm unsure. Hello, security. It's all very confusing. It's all very confusing. Oh well. Let's go. What is this behind you, sir? Okay. Security's hard at work. What does that screen say? Thank you for your patience. Make sure you all have your belongings while leaving security. Okay. There's no... Okay. If you say so. I don't know why they're trying to make it seem like an airport when there's nobody there. Well, I found a salvage claim with savage scraps flowing around it. If only my vulture had both arms. Get one, get one. Sneeze on a guard. Got a level 4. Wow. Get it now. You're industrialist. Yeah. I don't like mining. Shuttle station. My brain stopped. At the moment, I just hop in. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not huge on mining, but I know you can mine Quantanium. And you can also find the Quantanium crates in the 30k missions, 30k risky salvage consistently, because they didn't put any RNG in that at all. At all. So it's just 110k profit every time on a ridiculous loop. What did it take me, an hour, guys? It took me an hour to fill that hull up. You take offense to that? The prospect is your friend? Well, I mean, look, Buff, your friend's a terrible ship. Your friend is a terrible ship, and it's lying to you because it doesn't even consider you to be a friend. It considers you to be a burden. So you should destroy the prospector, just yeet it into a cliff somewhere, and never use it again because it is evil. I can break 20 Kuvas with prospector. Oh, that's nice. I just make money with my vulture. It's way better. If it brings you joy, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You love mining over salvage? That's fair. Each their own. Throwing ship shame? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't enjoy mining. I like ROC mining, which is weird, but ship mining? No. They're dropping another one? Okay. Criminals are on a tear today. They are on an absolute tear, guys. Coin is rare. Was money prosperity the same thing? Yeah. You sold the location? Oh, very cool. Very cool. Got a ton of coin from moles. Yeah. I think ultimately once the rush for money wears off, it really does take a particular kind of person with that patience to enjoy mining. It does require patience. And that breed of patience I don't have. Your friend would never lie to you, but they're not your friend. They're just lying to you. 3 days, so I guess the passion. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Either way, I tried it. Remembered how much I don't like it. Resolved to never buy a prospector in-game ever again. And hopefully I remember that and stick to it. Salvage is more therapeutic, mine is more profitable. I feel like salvage at the moment still makes more money. But like the time invested makes more money, especially with the panels. Rings of Yellow, you just find those panels, just a whole bunch of them. It's crazy money. Crazy money. Because you get the money straight away. You don't have to pay money to have it refined. Yes, if you want to do it with a friend, you've still got to kind of mess around and they either got to use your ship to sell it or, you know, all that jazz. But still, I think it's better. And I think they're only going to add to it and make it even more profitable. Crusader, A2 Hercules Star Lifter, Combat Bomber. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, no prospector. Hashtag no prospector. A2 Combat Bomber, purchase ship. Another ship that I'll purchase and use twice and then go, too tedious to use. How are people getting to the... How are people getting AI into their ships and man the turrets? They are stealing hammerheads, aren't they? They're breaking into pirate hammerheads and using the turrets that are already manned, I believe. Unless they're doing something else that I know about to do it. But that's what I know of. If you get like a pirate cutlass, you know, the ones that land, if you get in there and kill the pilot, you got the gunner there. Same with the hammerhead. I imagine same with other ships too. So if you get like a hurricane, you can kill the pilot kind of thing. I think it's easier. I think it's better to do with a ship that has like a living area inside as opposed to just a combat ship. So you can like kind of walk through and shoot them. But beyond that, I've not done it, so I don't know. If you like a missed ships, can I interest you in a prospector? No deal. No deal. Still in the AI ships. I do like the Hull series though. Boy, oh boy, do I like the Hull series. I really wish the Hull B was in game. Seen the video of the crew that took a live Ninetales into a station? Briefly. I think I saw like the, you know, the spool part that YouTube shows you a little bit of the clip. I think I saw something like that. Looked kind of funny. Looked kind of funny. No, Buff, it's not. Prospector is a lie. The prospector is a lie. Don't listen to that nonsense. All right, chat, don't listen to Buff. It's a lie. Prospector's terrible. It's absolute hogwash nonsense. Shenanigans. Other words that mean that. Bupkis. I don't know if that's the appropriate word, but it sounds right. So no. Denied, Buff. Denied. Hashtag no prospector. Hashtag no prospector. No siree, Bob. Filling a Hully with Picos when? Right. That's going to be a ridiculously big ship. I wonder... Okay, look. King, you need to get a message to someone who organizes this. We need Picos, but like... You know when you buy things in bulk? Picos, so like vacuum sealed Picos, needs to be a commodity. You don't need to open up to see the Picos. It just needs to be called vacuum sealed Picos. So there needs to be a commodity that you sell and you buy them in SCU containers of vacuum sealed Picos. I don't know who you can talk to about it, or if you can send an email to someone who can send an email to someone who can send an email to someone, but I need you to get that message to the people that are in charge of making commodities, vacuum sealed picos, please. That would be the best, because then I can trade in vacuum sealed picos in my Hull C. 1 SCU crate of picos, please. Right? I'm just saying. But it needs to say specifically vacuum sealed, because that makes sense, right? You're like, oh, it's vacuum sealed. And you can have like some rubbish flavor text of like 1 SCU container has 400 vacuum sealed picos. Internally transferring just to make that transfer. Yes. Yes. King, if you need ideas to give to people and claim they're your ideas and get promoted up through the ranks, you let me know, because I've got so many ideas I'd love to see in the game and I don't even need credit for. So many. Size 10 pico bombs for the A2. You know what? The A2 needs a skin that looks like, you know how like the bombers had like the shark paints with the teeth and all that? Just a pico. A hyper aggressive pico, because it doesn't look as penguiny as the Titan, I know, but a giant pico A2 dropping bombs, yes. I thought they are. The pico ball for 13 should be countbound. Ah. I've not found a pico ball. I've never seen one in real life. I've seen people post pictures of it. I needed 1/8 SCU box of picos, just a bunch of squished picos looking from all angles. Yes. Yes. That's awesome early. Yeah, they're like all like vacuum sealed smushed. You can see like the little bits of noses and stuff. Yes. Yes. Well then, yeah, because you know how they've got like the maze that's like, it's got kind of like some bulges. It'll just like they're vacuum sealed like this. So on the top, it'll just be pico, and the same on the bottom, like the back of the pico. And then you just have like a smudging of colors throughout because they're vacuum sealed, but the front and the bottom will look like a vacuum sealed flattened pico. Yes. Yes. And then sell like cargo of like pico doll surfboards. 1 SCU of pico doll surfboards. And when you shift a crate, it rattles. It makes a clacky sound. Oh, I just realized I did the silly. I did. I went into like autopilot mode and came here when I actually still need to go do something. I have a lot of fun pickers in your levels. I bet you do. I bet you do. I need to go back. I need to go to Providence and go buy components for this ship. I forgot. I probably cannot afford all the components. I can probably afford all the components. I can just upgrade this thing to the 9s, right? Just, you know what? I've just realized I'm a big silly. Is it already delivered? You don't need to claim it? That's even better. That's even better. Beautiful. Okay. Size 3 coolers. Is it just size 3 for everything? It's size 3 for everything. I might not be able to afford it all. It's alright, we'll try. I'll try my best. Was not paying attention. I was talking about cargo hauling SCU containers of vacuum sealed pico dolls. Fool that I am. Full of a toque. I got distracted. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I apologize. Providence. Let's go to Providence. And casually wait here. Yeah, they removed the delivery times. Beautiful. I thought I would have to at least deliver, but that's good. Rattlers and cluster pico missiles. It's a bit OP. It's a bit much. Doesn't seem very balanced. Doesn't seem very balanced at all. Probably a bit too much for the game. Oh, my frame rate's chonking out. What the heck-a-doodle is that about? What the heck is that about, boys? Just the game. It's starting to rattle apart at the seams, is it? Okay. That seems cool, I guess. Sure. Great. Love your work. The only way that I will forgive this betrayal is if I have vacuum sealed picos. You got 2 Shrike CCUs? Ooh! Ooh! After you said that you don't really enjoy combat, but you're like, you know what I need? More combat. Have I seen The Incredibles? I have. And I saw the second one too, though I don't remember all of it, so I might not remember exactly what you referenced, whatever you mentioned next. I think it's inevitable. It's inevitable. You can't fight it. That's for you. Buy some components. Night night. Did you send me money? Did I not see it? Did you send me some money? How dare you? Thank you, Dan. Said the Picos? True. True. Sorry if the game's looking choppy, guys. It's getting a bit framey at the moment. It's not my fault. It's Star Citizen. I'm innocent in this situation. Just so you know. Just so you know. Innocent. Not guilty. Combat. Doing anything combat. Well, you're not stupid. You just, obviously, maybe you just like the aesthetics of the ships, right? Maybe you don't like to combat flying them, but you just really love flying them because it's your jam. Maybe you just like alien combat ships. Doesn't make you stupid, just means you like it. If it brings you joy, right? There's not a lot of things in the world that bring us joy, so if that alien combat ship brings you joy owning it, awesome. Nothing wrong with it. All right, I need some big components. Oh. I've changed it, I'm afraid. Check. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, so this one is called the TS2, isn't it? Yes. How much is this one? It's only 93. Oh, I've got enough for components. That's fine. Size 3. Okay. Purchase. I think it's the shields that are crazy expensive, right? It's the shields. Power plant. 2 power plants, right? JS 500? Yes. 2 power plants. Defender is fun to fly. Defender is fun. Low flying the Talon. I don't low fly. I'm pretty bad at flying in general. 2? I think it's 2. I believe it's 2 for that. Okay. Coolers. Definitely need coolers. What are they called? Like something wild. Blizzard, I'm guessing. Yep. Got my hands on both Talons to strike with all those S3 missiles. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Gotcha. And the last one is the shields. 2 shields, I believe. What are they? The 86s? FR 86s? 2? I'm assuming it's 2. 5 at the same time? Oh no. That's the real tough part, isn't it? That's the real issue. Thank you. You can't buy like different bombs, right? I can't buy like a crazy upgraded version. That'd be pretty cool. All right. It brings you joy as long as it's not exactly. If the prospector brings you joy, then you're incorrect. If the prospector brings you joy, then you are incorrect. I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. Some dude just ran up to me. He's putting his face in my face. Bit wild. Bit wild. And save changes. The frames are chunking hard here, boys. We might need to get off this planet. Some guy in his Cordio helmet. He's like, check out my cool helmet. I'm like, okay. Bit wild. Possibly your first actual ship is the first one spent hours on. Well, you know, I think you guys all know how I feel about the Prospector and the Titan. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to say anything too mean. But you know how I feel. No! You know how I feel about that. This guy's following me like a bad smell. A bad smell. What are you doing? Give me your empty can of drink. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stand there judgmentally. Stare out the side. Just sitting down. Delivering coffee? No, I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee early, and you know this. Although the Titan's your favorite ship, it's not. Everyone has the right to opinion. You be wrong. Get out of here, Adam Warlock. You know what you're talking about. I'm correct. I've got a beard, and I'm on the internet, which means my opinion is automatically correct. So I'm not worried because I'm right. Because the cutter is the best starter. It's facts. It's science. Early, did you put coffee here and then log out? Like a wizard? Like a wizard? What sorcery is this? In the trash where it belongs. I'm not worried because I'm right. Yeah. All right. Magic, I see. Really? Well. 07. Godspeed. Will avoid in the future. Dear Issue Council, I encountered the following. That's wild. Okay. I mean, it's a good thing to learn, right? It's a good thing to know. Come back soon. I might, if you sort your frame rate out. Game Turtle, just make sure when you... Hey, Warlock. That's not necessary. There's no need to force your incorrect opinions down someone else's throat. I'm right, okay? Don't steal the being wrong part, but I'm never wrong. I'm always correct. I'm always correct. $216. It's still got 216 SCU. You can still, like, cargo run it. Jeez, you're taking the good stuff. I don't like coffee. But see, that's not to say that coffee's bad. I just don't like it. There's the difference. The Prospector is bad. Objectively and subjectively, just all over bad. Whereas coffee, I just don't enjoy. So there. So there. That's all I'm saying. You know? It's okay. Woo! That's a big ship. Oh, look at all them cannons. Look at all them explosions. That's a lot of heavy firepower. Oh, the frame rate's struggling now. I don't know if it's the GPU or the... what's going on. But now we're getting some serious issues with stream. Apologies, guys. I don't know if it's the game or the PC. I see what you did there, King. That was quite clever. Quite clever. That's still a decent amount of cargo space. Oh, I can put my Fury in there too. Ooh, maybe I'll just live on my A2 now. Maybe this is my new life. Because I can fit the Mule in there. I can fit the Fury in there. I've got bombs. Maybe this is my new ship for a little while. It always made sense with the coffee part, and now I should feel like start drinking coffee. Well. So one thing I don't like about ships with massive shields, it takes a long time to charge them up, you know? You know what I mean? Woo. Wild. Server, you down to 30 odd? Okay. I was wondering if it was... Okay. Are you in the same server, NZ? Are you in the same server? Do you have a vulture? Or are you vultureless? I'm contemplating flying over to what's it called? Microtech and dropping a bomb. Strongly contemplating it. Gonna grab my coffee and drink it while it's older. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Shields are taking a long time. That's fine. We'll put the power across to shields. Then we'll get out of here. Hang glide out of this loser emporium. You have one? Did you purchase one in the pledge store, or are you currently using Etherealese? Just sort of full out from the cutlass. Nice. You want to see what happens? Nuking Microtech. I'm gonna go check. I'm going to go check Daymar first. If the Comare for Daymar is down, I'm gonna go nuke Brios, just in case some dude's sitting there with a sniper rifle waiting to kill people. And then I'm gonna head across to Microtech. That's my plan. This is my big brain plan. See, this is what I got the A2 for. Not for Jumptown, but for if anyone I know and I'm on the same server is like, oh, I just got sniped at Brios, I nuke Brios. If the Comare for Microtech Ghost Hollow's down, I nuke Ghost Hollow. It's basically all I want it for. Oh, people are there. There's another A2. As in yours? Are you also running your A2 now? There is another. Started turning down only engines when in the C2 and Caterpillar. First time I stream and I've been attacked at multiple points. 10 out of 10 enjoying the abuse. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Buff. Cannot confirm or deny. Oh, so still just using Etherealese. Yeah. Rat moves. Just rat moves. Just rat things. Alright, let's see what's up at Daymar. Sure is. Heck yeah. Let's go. I need to learn how to use the bombing thing though. I've never done it before. Friendly? In before next serial nuclear Brios? Yeah. I don't think Voidy's ever in the same server as me. So I think he plays in European or American servers, right? Whereas I'm always in like the Australian or Asian one. So I don't think we've ever like been in the same server. I love Voidy stuff. Voidy stuff is just hilarious. Big fan. Big fan. Big fan. Would nuke. I love your work, Voidy, but if you're in the path of my bomb, I'll drop a bomb, soz. All right, let's see if we've got comms. We have comms. All right. Microtech it is. See how long it takes to get there. That makes sense, game. Oh, such a great star map, guys. Just ridiculous. I think it's also that he plays with his friends though early. So I think because a lot of them play, I think he plays Europe and ooh, that's bright. Love that. Europe and America. I could be wrong though. I don't know specifically what servers he plays on. I could be wrong. All right. Contract available. Money for nothing. They just dropped the Comare. Oh, will you get rid of all your other ships when the Hull C comes out? No. I hope I love the Hull C, but I love the Cutter too much. I won't get rid of that. I enjoy the Vulture loop, and I know they're going to expand upon, like, salvage in general, so I'm going to keep that. The Fury, I'll probably get rid of the Fury, honestly. I don't think I'm going to find a lot of use for the Fury, and I really just got caught up in the whole excitement of Invictus. But no, I won't be getting rid of the Cutter. I love it too much. Yeah. But yeah, someone just took down the comm array. I hope it's not you, NZ. I hope you're not trying to do Ghost Hollow, because I'm about to get hyper violent. I don't even know how to bomb stuff. Maybe I should do a practice run somewhere, right? I should do a practice run bombing, right? Just so I know what's going on. You'll lose the hull A. That's okay. I'll probably just buy the... Oh, I don't even use the hull C. Doesn't even bother me. I do want the hull A though, so I might buy it in game. But also when the hull B comes out, I'll be pledging the hull B because I love the look of the hull B. I think it's the right amount of cargo to still do like kind of interlunar, interplanetary. I think that's going to be very cool. Yeah. But also a lot of that is ways away. We don't know, like they're pretty confident we're going to get the C2, but we don't know. I keep saying C2, hull C. We don't 100% know. I'm still trying to temper myself and just accept that it may get delayed. Nope, finishing off the C2. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna bomb you. But I do need to practice. The next time you stream, I should take down the array and lurk with the retaliator. Got it. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not, Adam? Give it a crack. Give it a crack, my guy. Tip for bombing, point the nose down. You'll see the drop zone and click. Okay, so I do need to point the nose down to see it. Okay, so it's not like a... Okay, gotcha. Good to know, thank you. Do we know what the targeting range is? And it falls, right? It doesn't have a rocket propeller. I don't know. I've been in the ship when early was bombing, but I've never bombed myself. Drop the bombs in the spaceport? That's a good place to practice. You're absolutely right. We'll just go to New Babbage and we'll hover right above the commons and we'll aim for where people leave all their ships on the ice, and we'll just see if we can drop it there and see if we can destroy some ships. What do you reckon? Good plan. Solid plan. Careful not to pancake? True. Typed up a quick bombing guide in Discord. Middle mouse button to get into bomb mode. I've got my sticks for yes. Aim with the circle on your HUD where you want the bomb to drop. Hold T to lock your target. Align the X and Y while flying towards your target. Drop the bomb with left mouse button once the scope aligns. Okay. So in the same way that you lock, do you need to lock onto a vehicle to target or just the location? Does T lock in the location? Gravity? Okay, gravity. It just falls? Nice. Okay. Heck yeah. Nice. Yes. Okay. All right. Nice. All right. Let's see if I can do this without getting absolutely decimated. Maybe someone's already waiting, right? Maybe someone's already got like some Centurions and some Ballistas just waiting. You have a Discord? I do have a Discord. You lock the location? Heck yeah. Okay, sweet. I don't know if I've got a link here though on my YouTube. I'm very underprepared while streaming here. I apologize. But yes, I do have a Discord. I thought I had a link on my YouTube channel. I might not. I might have to add that in there. I shall do that. I shall endeavor to do those things now that I'm going to be streaming on Discord. Oh, on YouTube. I'll fill that out a bit better. Yeah, the Discord is mostly where people like Early and NZ just say things to troll me. Like constantly go, oh, I wish you could buy the Vulture in game because they know it upsets me. And they'll post how much they love coffee because they know that I don't like coffee. Because they're just trolls like that. Just terrible people. Nodding and smiling, he's about to nuke a spaceport with thousands of civilians. I don't know if it works here, Turnip. I don't think this works in the chat. Maybe I don't have, maybe I don't have chatbots for YouTube set up, but it was in my other one. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. It is on my YouTube homepage? Okay. I just realized because I'm using a separate Stream Elements like profile. I got to do all that kind of stuff. And also don't like coffee, to be honest. Yeah, Early, that's because you're wise. About that. About other things, you're wrong. Alright, let's go. Let's get him. I'll get there and the comrade will back up and I'm like, where Dear Ghost Hollow, I have a gift for you. Oh, being targeted, am I? There we go. Oh, it's early. Okay. I was like, who dares? Oh, it's early. Okay. You clear right all the time. Post the link above. Hey, GS. I think we're double bombing this thing. Are we early? Oh, there's a bunch of ships there too. So there's someone there and it's spawning in the ships. Just like old mate said. Yep. Colossus is the name of the bomb? Get out of here. Ah, there it is. I can see the circle. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Wait, do I have to hold T to lock it in? Did you say? Aha. Uh-oh. I don't think I launched the bomb. Oh, I launched the bomb. I successfully launched the bomb. I don't know how successful it was. Rinse and repeat, pretty much. He's gonna pancake? I mean, I might have gotten close. That was cool, though. I enjoyed that. And just for good measure, Early's just there fighting a cutlass. I've been shooting this whole time, doesn't even match up with them. Damn, that's a lot of cutties. That's a lot of cutties, boys. Might be time to jet. Capacitors? Oh, okay. Like the heat or something? Gotcha. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, that was funny. All right, let's go find... I want a place to repair real quick. I'm going to go to... Where am I going? Port Olisar. Port Tressler, sorry, not Olisar. There we go. All right, sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to chat just then. I was a little bit occupied. Bear with me. And I'll be a little bit more observant. He's going to pancake. Luckily, I didn't. Come back with a vulture. One Miss Khalef. Yes, that'd be cool. Anyone else been in Ghost Hollow with AI Cutlass refused to stop spawning? There was a kaboom. I did see that. 7 hostiles. Pause. Yeah. Not giving any tips. You're good. All right. I must be right near it. Where is... There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to have to get a hanger just to land this boy, aren't I? I can't land this on a pad, can I? Or is it the comms? It's weird. That was funny, though. I don't know if we got anyone, though. Either way, that was funny. Let's see how expensive it is to repair and re-arm this guy. Might be a bit much. You can land on a large pad? Okay, sweet. Nice, nice, nice. Actually, I think I might just land it and park because it's now 11. I think I might start wrapping up the stream, kiddos. That was weird. Just heard like a voice randomly. We'll just get a hanger. That way it'll be here and waiting at Tressler, ready for the next bombing run tomorrow. I have a feeling I might be doing a little bit of bombing for the next couple of days. Maybe I'll work on a video for it. We'll see. But we didn't die. The fact that I didn't plummet into the earth while trying to bomb, success. Ultimate success. Assuming there were even any players down there. There may not have been anyone there. May have just been someone who took out the thing and that was it. But there were a few ships, so I'm inclined to believe someone may have been there. Whether or not we managed to hurt them, I don't know. But the bombing was kind of fun. And I just got to get used to the flying and bombing side of this thing. But also, we can load the Fury into it. So I've got like a little reconnaissance boy. Oh, that's not the best there. Yeah. I enjoy it, honestly. Because yeah, I don't like the C2 for running cargo, like the in and out to do that. I'm like, oh, it's a bit OP for like what should be lower level cargo, if that makes sense. I think like the C2 and the Caterpillar, they're a bit much for like, you know, lunar and planetary cargo. Should be for like bigger situations. But obviously we don't really have a choice in that at the moment. But using it for bombing, yeah, I can see this would be fun. So hopefully we don't have a bug kill the ship. Yep, that's not cheap. We haven't bobbed new badge, no. I'm not going to do that tonight. Another time. I think it's not going to work though, right? Like, I think I need to be closer, and it's in Armistice. I'm pretty sure the Armistice extends almost all the way up to the station, so I don't think I can bomb. I don't think I can. Is this going to be one of those bugs where we just hear the capacitors anyway? I think it is. And it still beeps even though I turn the whole ship off? I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that at all. Is the guy waiting for the hull C? Yeah, but see, I don't want to use the hull C for like from moon to thing, right? I want to use that for between systems. I don't think I'm going to do a great deal of cargo in the hull C when it comes out. I think I'm going to be literally using it as a little tomb out in the middle of nowhere. But if and when pyro, then I'll probably be running between the two locations a lot. I think that's what I'm going to use it for, honestly. Because I think it would get very tedious. It does have a huge armistice, which is understandable. A tiny one though, but I don't know if it's going to allow me to kind of do that targeting reticle. So I assume it's going to be a no-go for that. I assume at least. But yeah. But anyway, guys, it is the 3-hour mark. I'm not going to go much longer than that. I'm going to start kind of shortening the streams down a little bit. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the guys that became members. I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you for liking the stream as well. Very cool. You're all absolute legends. As far as I'm aware as well, which wasn't really a goal, but is something that I'm quite proud of, I think I made it through the entire stream without swearing, which is something very different from how streams are normally kind of done. So I might even, because I haven't sworn, I might, now that the stream's done, monetize it so it has ads. But when I run the streams, they will be unmonetized because I don't want ads while you guys are watching it live. So, as always, guys, be good to each other. Stay beardy. Stay tuned for my video being released sometime later this week. And I hope to catch you guys next week, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube. Again, you're all absolute legends. Stay safe in the verse, and I'll catch you all